season we Super Cup near the other. We in major trophy, myself. I didn't hear major trophy. Major trophy near the match now. Okay, the cup no more class more just a money number the man crown.
And I was a trophy near the Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse trophy. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse.
When you communion. I know sorry. And there's a song. Communion, yeah, the two of them in Kazano. Yeah, that kind of bread. On trophy now, Mukajina, Mubi and Pasumuno. Say, if you are seeing Monamia the best club, no trophy now, Mujin, near communion trophy. Get away. Oh, body, oh, dear, away. Yaji trophy, a Mickey Mouse. Someone is class stripper, boy. But class, any boy. What's your boy? Bournemouth movie. Bournemouth, maybe I'm about one. So, Bournemouth. We said three. Bournemouth resort last season. Three clubs, the boy. Bournemouth, a movie. West Ham, a movie. Everton, movie. When I say 16, 4, 15, 4. The uncle check it table, no. Don't go check it table. Who do you say? When I was 16, 4, I'm saying, young coach check it table now. West Ham would you say? And I read for the West Ham D. Check who be West Ham D. Not check maybe a AED, your friend say, Everton D. Not check maybe a Bournemouth D. I'm a young big boy. Big boys, so maybe in an Andy Gatton, be more rest, be more holidays. And then a big boys never return it to preseason. Yeah, now saying not to pass. I'm big boys can crown us. It be more Asia. And I'll pay a big match. It won't count. Don't rush it. Why? You're sure. Why now? One cast out the band. You're sure they know. Summer series, and that's a summer cup. Summer series. And then I say anything. Champions. And Nipa 3 come on. That's any they are champion. They be baby. KG2 almost choice and school be the first one. I don't choice on our being. It was school more. As a man, how can me say so? Call KG2. That's almost choice and so hard. Obi the first. I don't just say KG2 no the first. On my enti and open who judge me say. Trophies in your trophy. Now me tell the hands when Mickey Mouse. Okay, so what you say are there any problem? Ani. Enti sanity dia e me gina na nka nche say. Sa communion trophy bi na am kwaje no. Trophy ne dia mo bi badge on go so 4 years no. Ah we obi a question answer. Who players want to be a possess badge trophy? Obi no, Man United player ben will possess badge trophy. The BBC United player ben wants to possess badge trophy. And of uncle media as well. Uncle ferry. We a trophy. Ko X is here. Trending number 1. Oh, you have a trend. And then trending number 1. So obviously a connoisseur. He need to be a connoisseur. Trending number 1 is Manchester United. And the reason here say, ya major trophy and ya more teams bia to say West Ham. Now the West Ham Bournemouth. West Ham your team. Now Premier League now we be na. Senior West Ham Corey, Graham Potter team West Ham na be say West Ham here then and carry. Corey. West Ham here then and carry. Check baby West Ham D. Check baby Bournemouth D. Dey enim say ya je major trophy nti enko enim ne. Enye major trophy massa. Na dey. Enye major trophy massa. Na dey. Enye no credit. Oko XCR trending number 1. Akwati by election any University. Any Ghana. Who trying to say? Oh. Now the Ghana. Now na who what? Who you trend? Hold on. We are saying Ghana. Not Ghana is the word. No. David you missing Ghana. Missing trending number 1. Oh, go kwetwe Ghana there. No, but Ghana say a word as. It you trend no word there say Ghana bem. That's why now the Indian come no. It what you to me say. Oh no. Me too ye ya na ya ba enfam. Over. Me enra I love what I watch. First half, yes. Both halves in yes, super. Any super, so that was it. Any super. Rich. And now, boy, no two boys. In Buemo, or a hybrid of Ronaldinho and Lionel Messi combined. And hybrid. As a worker, Ronaldinho. Any Messi, Omu prime. Big time. See, and now. Mubomo last game of the summer series, and you won. Congratulations to Manchester United. No problem. A very, very good feat now, which me winning summer series. I think that in possession, near maybe one more Ruben Amorim here for me. I felt that okay. Now it looks as if say in possession, Ruben Amorim has almost everything that he needs to play this kind of football, but for one thing, and McCann several times, just a midfielder comfortable enough to sustain pressure and sustain the possession. Now, Oche mu game na mo call na Rich. Mubo mu 2 wing backs no in opposite direction. It is Oche ya. It's Diogo Dalot and Koyuza Lobo on the right hand side. No.
played from the left. Then Amad Diallo rather played from the right. Now, I didn't see any Ruben Amorim, yes, sir. In fact, when I saw that, I was excited. We are united here. Come and see something. The fact that he played opposite wing backs in their opposite positions, no, for me excited me, and I felt okay. Ruben Amorim person maybe. Who said they be a Ruben Amorim in common? You see, about in a 3-5-2 or a different variation of the 3-4-3 with inside things. Now, what that the advantage that gives Manchester United is a lot of central overloads. Near kind of central overloads, no. Unya players be park in fifi. It is Sadia. Senka Ubo left-footed player on the left winger. Enka normally on the back of byline. It's even say in this situation. Enka Boni Beka branch friend Amad Diallo on the left hand side. He would have taken it to the byline. Enka Beka a cross. He will stay on the byline. But because you are playing Amad Diallo in an opposite position, Boni Beka on the left to Swar, he is forced to go inside into Shaya. It brought Manchester United players in close proximity to each other for quick one-touch passes. And that's what I'm saying, that in possession, United were brilliant. But that also has a downside. It also United team now. Boni become Diola. Quick, no be a 1, 2, 3, no more. And then now kind of transitions. No, the transitions were good. They were very, very good in between the lines. In fact, I was pleasantly surprised. But the problem is
when you say about season, so far, team amounts and the transition is smooth. And Manchester United.
The problem was that in such a situation, once
and yet Jimmy Tim no rough. Bo Penny, Bruno, Amadino, Mbuemo, Kunga, Radinyame. Mbuemo Ndie. I say a pet 20 cocaine.
As I'm a brain for
when you bought Papa.
Rich, the in possession was good, honestly speaking. But only say so obey very objective and way aside. You realize that now Muntimi keep it born and chessa. I thought be an asimo lose
especially defense.
Hanama bonamba be pinte.
Two porous.
That is why Rich, I was telling the last time that you need a controller.
Yeah. And I'm a grandma.
Yeah, you need a controller. Yes. But I think that if you need you get a central midfielder to control the game, know when to play for it sometimes, when to hold on to the ball, and then control the transition. It was good. Rich, to be very honest, I love in possession Manchester United. The only thing was that after someone losing possession, I became a 4-4-2 without the ball. That is where I wasn't too excited. Rich, the connection of Brian Mbuemo, Bruno, and our branch friend Cunha centrally was one of the best things that I saw with Manchester United. And the central overloads was brilliant. And like I was telling you, the closeness and as a proximity of everybody in between the lines was also a very, very good one for Manchester United. How you control the ball.
On the ball, Chichadodo.
So, because you say, naturally, on Rich, you see, and there you see, oh, yeah, coach, and that's who developing number 6. Fashion trim say, and then number 6. No, and so no who born any ball. Yeah, number 6. Top teams will not use you like that. And I think that's why Manchester United maybe have to go down and then find where to get in number 6. And now, Moji first trophy.
Pacho be a trophy in me, no,
Pacho may be
Mickey Mouse trophy now. Can
you not trophy?
Trophy, giant trophy. Mickey Mouse.
And then giant trophy, we are giant.
Bakofi, and a partner who's an analyst. We are very, very good.
You come more than the analyst.
So, observe what they are. We are very, very good.
You come more than the analyst.
At the end of Bruno and Buemo, on announced.
But we can't get you out here.
No, and you'll be who's out here. And you'll be an and I don't know what says we are top notch. Why are they?
See how we are.
I am Buemo.
We are not the phone and a picture we had it.
That's a way fake. Now we're not Wednesday or not.
Because of the phone there.
Fine, man. Fine, man. Oh, David. Now, if you were now, we're boys in Nefuti.
Who is the boys in Russia?
No, I'm out for who born our bono. And on my status, me and Baby being in true.
But the food there, no close. I want
the game 90 minutes.
Maybe I said something to say.
Me who say circulate X ne enya no kre.
Oko fi no de no kodi.
Why?
Uni oko Cameroon.
Oh enya he.
Cameroon de gari.
No, one ko ba bia o England.
Ah no mo.
Say no twen say e be win di no wa join the US. Do be the first game ni. And say Kofi, o de play how won the first game. At the Manchester United. Look at the combination.
Oh yeah.
With Amadino.
Kunya,
oh my goodness. This is a proper player.
But I can't defense the midfield. But this time I am over that's it. Yeah, change some over the season. Rich and transfer stories no be better to form updates any other day. Yesterday, Chelsea officially unveiled our branch friend João Hato. But before we go that, Rich Barca for only say the registration of our branch friend Juan Garcia imminent. Tuesday and our branch friend Marc-Andre ter Stegen Ekoye Sani said, you know, with Sergio Emilio Leglis El Bordeaux. Now he is back. Barca for one will have a crunch meeting with him. When say they are supposed to send the documents of the medical data of our branch friend ter Stegen to the Spanish Football Federation board, you know, La Liga board. No, said Omatia says okay because of this injury and recovery, he'll be out for 5 months. And they said even before that, Barca will be able to register Brantia, your friend Juan Garcia to be Omones goalkeeper. The good news is that Barca are closing in on going back to the Spotify Camp Nou around the 12th and 13th of September in that game against Valencia and El Honum. A contract extension for our friend Eric Garcia is very close. Very close. Which is a Barca for a lot of midfielders. Casado, Banal, Pedri, Gavi, midfielders. Even Daniel Olmo to an extent as an extended midfielder of Barca team in him. And today, Barca for no say, you obi to say Eric Garcia. They don't see Eric Garcia as a midfielder, but more of a backup to Abrante friend Jules Koundé, because Abrante friend Hector Fort most likely is going to lead the club, and they have to make sure say or no a backup in the defense area. Which yesterday officially Chelsea announced Abrante friend João. I want to indulge you in terms of fullback depth areas. Is there any club that has the quality that Chelsea has, Anna?
Is it I doubt?
Especially just for fullbacks. Because right back, Chelsea Rhys James, any Malo Gusto. Say,
from position, you will 3.
Yeah. 4. Yeah. Because even at right back, Joshua Champon Betima Babeka. Say, Ufa Rhys James, Obetimi Abo as part of a 3-back. And you see, any Chelsea fullback or who they have somebody that can play as part of a back 3. Rhys James corner and now they stand with any player be a winning or blasters be. So we will say then it is connected to Dimasio's story now trend and probably something is happening to Ademola Lookman. So Rich, I quickly went to his page on Wankasa to find out what is happening with him. Then I chanced on a long message. Say, who read the message now? Rich, ne tofa bomu nyina na say, Abrante na say, wabesum e Atlanta. Wabeku no ho 3 years in here. Na last season, there were a lot of offers. Na nukuri ni nyamia nimnie. Asemo okana na wose agu no. Especially San 99, not only the teammates and celebrate say, omo the Atlanta Bergamo agi the Europa League no. They be able to see na mubia. Now was same cry gu no. The ultimate the teammates in Eyema club na a free Bergamo no. They've done incredible success for Atlanta. Clubs baby are also only baby ako or be so ye be with the club Atlanta. Or you we nyina no. And on the entourage, Eshiamo Atlanta for. And Okachiamo say, a someone of Majisa Masompa. Na a free nail cradie. So Bibana Okutesika emu duka kra. Mebasa Kamesa Samen Sano, not me kosobi before Froshe. And a club nisi ebo yebema wako. Rich.
Ademola Lookman anyone is so nyina na say na nia denti na Inter Milan summer transfer ya ewumi ade sika onu no gidi say eye okay aba na club no epese omu deny no say obetimi akosom club I friend Inter Milan. Now Rich, you see say already Ademola ne message na o de ba na o say afedie or come we are singing at including Atlanta supporters no and otia ema abumfu no wa cheche mu die nti abedu some pempenso we officially or the transfer request atomu se club no ombo biem na omonto no na onko. Rich, why will he do that? Yedi ka be cheche mu ofia ya say Inter no and me medical be cheche even tactically say na intentimi mpe obi say Lookman during Inzaghi time no, but with Shivu so I know you so about 3 back krana I think so Osisan and Sakakra from the typical 3-5-2 to a more of a 3-4-3 that accommodates player be say Ademola Lookman as a forward winger into obetimi akọ. Rich Inter koye meeting on Lookman and almost omubetua 40 million euros. Then agents no money need company say 40 million will be okay. Said your title with Europe and even Ghana. They tested the waters with the rumor. So Inter man so omeko 40 million. Rich. Then they had a backlash from Atlanta for this 40 million they want to buy NGO. Yeah, pay say 50. And a weeks after and the demands were very reported say now Inter the omu first written offer after the Oma track on Atlanta omu koya Rich omu kutomusem 43 million euros with 2 million euros as add-ons okabuma 45 Rich 45 for Ademola Lookman there.
Hey.
Especially in the Italian Serie A transfer contest it is okay.
Sure. Jobs on permanent say
I'm pay 50. They want 50
cash down
50
and I be a 45 plus 5 add-ons be
the package must be easy 50 and it's all my 45 now my 5 add-ons crana
add-ons
the process must be easy yes simple and Ademola Lookman say abba now Rich last time I catch you Inter everything proposal no any bibiano me catch you so be kai pa me catch you say when Inter sent the offer omo the ultimatum kan ho say enkosi sa that way say man yantuma we are moving on now only the time Ademola Lookman the boafu no Inter for no options and they are saying say Atlanta for e man so matchu mu kakra bia Rich their first option is to go to Juventus and go for Branty friend Nico Gonzalez the Argentine forward winger no say Atlanta for Dinchima they will go and ask for Branty friend Nico Gonzalez from Juve so Nico Gonzalez for na year they will come to Chelsea and take Christopher Nkunku say Nkunku anya they will come to England to Manchester United and still take Branty friend Jadon Sancho. Now Rich so also the options now are available to Inter now. Me yes sure say the moment they shift the attention from Lookman, any of these 3 targets it will be easy.
And consume even 30 grand.
That is it. That is the reason why Ademola want to give Inter for a signal say Meslemo me konto kola etimun time. So oyedia Inter move on in the next 2-3 days these players they will get them. Manchester probably quite discover the first
and you 20 grand
Chelsea obi buy na year so kuta over 30 epe Nkunku they will sell. Nico Gonzalez yes but onye superstar bia ukona ukuteska kama bia na Juventus will ebeje. So that is the situation with Abrantia your friend Ademola Lookman. Yeah right say no ya no the message ni buy. And it is the most talked about issue in Italian football now. ɛna Nigeria for so do solidarity every Nigeria ebaki omo abranterity we will see how enioma ebesi akọ rich and pay sorry na chance apostle omo jesi and me hu jesi na say na Saturday no your first Diago
yeah
Diago Bray jesi no say ya na
Chelsea
Gabi to ram the energy no rich and I feel when you betu o say me hu Chelsea jesi na omo the world champions yellow logo na bomu no I'm say hey then me nam Twitter ne so rich akwana ebe cool no then you go to FIFA Club World Cup
yeah
omo official X page your rich uni picture ebe hu first
Nhyira fan.
The first picture you see omo zoom into the world champions in the Chelsea jersey and they've posted it and omo they search ato say they say who zoom into Chelsea jersey now this is what you see and the no courage uchu mutai upe in the next years a day in media Chelsea will have this yellow seal omo jersey as the world champions because omo the FIFA Club World Cup rich Chelsea announced Johato.
I mean, I'm in to mum there.
Oh, I said I'm going to standard authority.
Me to.
Oh, and it's a start. I'm going to your standard
authority. Or competition of 18 and in Bopani be a movie.
And your problem.
And John to some best
but so that the competition was played.
Okay.
And Tanya who your standard authority to know. Who was somebody and said down for the Symbiasa. Now, Rich, I think we've done a very, very good job and on Johato on this platform. Now Chelsea officially assigning them. Me makase the reason why many aje say Chelsea assigning player away and they say Rich fit straight into the Chelsea project. And the clear like for the Chelsea open the young best talents ewuriase. And say open the young best talent are Rich. Me who any argument are take this box when you go to one of the best producing talents in the world in terms of league in Eredivisie and get the best talent out of that league. No, it means that you've done a spot on business. Now, as young as Oyeno, you look at his profile, 19 years, Rich, but already over 6 caps for the Holland national team, and that tells you about the quality of this guy. Yeah, can ask me. Now, I thought a lot about my future and wanted to take the next step in my career. Chelsea is the best place for me to do that. So I am very, very happy. Simple. It's a maintenance of Oba and Oba Bebono. Rich, Minam Exana, you copy Le Orange or move page, which is the Dutch national team or more official page. And almost post this say, Oma Branty be PM or London. And landing crony and Sean is ye and for Emma Omo. Then some few minutes later, I see Chelsea saying, this is the new guy while joining Omo Dutch tradition. And they posted a lot of players Omo for more Omo free Holland. Omo Chelsea just you know, and this 19-year-old is the new arrival. Now Rich, Chelsea are doing very, very good business. But the other flip side, no, and they say, me the sound for you we have bahada. Say, I think people are not paying attention to the sales Chelsea do too. And unti menya and say transfers na ye no. Baby a Chelsea bruni. They are buying players they want. Almost show omo team no in terms of omo department. But Rich, so who go through transfer process biya. You just don't only buy. You have to sometimes pause and rake in money by selling. And until Obianim said this transfer here, Rich, Chelsea are torn only Madueke Arsenal 56. Waton João Felix 30. Waton Petrovic Eddie Ama Bournemouth 28.9. Waton Magu Eddie Ama Strasbourg 14. Waton Abanti Efene Humphrey 14. Aiza Balega Ako Arsenal 5. Wajia to ye and Abanti Efeno Bettinelli and so Echo Manchester City. Mira studio yana and the catcher me say Omaton Leslie Eddie Ama Bali.
Yeah.
Yes. and if and also Omajiska and Honum into rich Chelsea and almost channel. They've cast out on these players.
Clearly for now, football business.
They are doing it very well.
Yeah.
Now, Rich, at this point, they will still need to sell some players too. Until I'm trying one about for Raheem Sterling. The Sassi Cologne Villa Wababak. So mo promise but he's available over so betona. Benichiwa da so. Yes, it's a Sikaba for Nkuku. They are waiting on Mobeton.
But 4 players in the area. Championship.
Rich Nkuku is not a bad player.
So until I you know him.
Nkuku is bad.
Nkuku do Ombenya club be a
Obi say this they will get you. Oh yes.
It's just a championship.
Oh now I didn't know Colo Villa.
Raheem Sterling crowd. I mean, sure say bad.
Asabana mo office ona bibu say bibu so. Rich. You see,
Nkuku I mean is a quality player.
And I think
Ombenya obi amana.
Who say your ball club World Cup ni we na. And Nhyira was that as Wakoban home there he will stay. But Nhyira said Chelsea need to tell us Obana say Ukuteska Esombo they will allow him to go. And he's one of the players Chelsea Emiso Mobeton. Then Yenipa Nicolas Jackson. Yes, Chelsea near one you saw Beton. Name so much one will be Banokas Mikutesika. Never say Nicolas Jackson. No more Sikano, no more Eguda. They will allow Nicolas Jackson to go. Now, Rich. Chelsea were 2 transfers here. They want to end this transfer window with. But the point I am making, and I say, though they've done a lot of the transfers already, within the process, Rich, Omoto, no maton, Omoto, no maton, Omoto, no maton. Now they will pause Kakra because Obianim said Chelsea will help 2 players on the transfer market. But within the next few days, say no matter less, you know. They will be selling 1 or 2 to again raise amount and go into the transfer window and omo first play omo pay yati se Abanti Efeno Garnacho eka ho mumbo omo bo Chelsea mai but Manchester nim say Garnacho person ko Chelsea enti mu twen ena de bia na oni fifi ano say ti mu twen e bebe a
so omo strategy no
ma be to sika bi ato so no wa for na Rich whether that strategy will work or not Obian say Garnacho on Manchester United BM and Chelsea are interested in him. Say the Fifi Eka no. Chelsea's interest in Xavi Simons. Yes, in common come but something could accelerate it because Rich Hanayana Medima no see no. That is where sometimes Rich actually I am Debiam to say football no. Rich and follow logic sir. And sometimes situation bit me to work something must give. Chelsea go all around the world. I ensure your number 1 account. Radio says in their sentiment na adi to me near Nhyira so beko Facebook insha 1045 FM insha 1045 FM our Facebook handle na we do comment no and so adiaba me pato sisi ya live our YouTube yes streaming live our YouTube inti YouTube no so no wo kwa anum Nhyira TV wo say anum say anasa wo be subscribe anytime be video be ready no na won sound so etimi aka na eno boy pa now yanko confirm so na ye ni djuma kaka na ye hwede ba ediama na esi eko but eno the story atase na 20 ye pa no and so aye under 21 players are yet say wo na aye more valuable players aye under 21 players no me pato wo mo to ma yina diaba na wutimi se Chelsea wo mo player ni dia Estafawo William na eno na o start training we Chelsea bobo kono obeka na abante na awo beso one Pamaras bobo kono anana tese hibom FIFA Club World Cup Chelsea ne Pamaras ise no abante na bo editia ne mother club anana tese nyansam kotokra but their reporter ever ISM sise no under 21 most vulnerable players no one na tese Olidi who had the age 18 years na so ne bo pan market value 60 million euros after the otosu no and so Nwanere Arsenal player no wo 18 years one so ne value 55 million euros and after
Branton the Lenny Euro our Manchester United ni value 55 million euros ansana waba benya Chelsea player ni din Eddie Jimmy Cates one over 20 years one also ni value market 50 million euros na waba benya Kobe Manu wa Manchester United over 20 years ni value 50 million euros na waba benya Branton the Eddie Lewis Myers Kelly one also our Arsenal over 18 years ni value 45 million euros na waba benya Rico Lewis one our Manchester City one also the ball 40 million euros na fe waba benya Branton the Eddie Lucas Basvel one our Tottenham Hotspur ni value 38 million euros ansana waba benya Gray one also our Tottenham ni value 38 and afe Matthias Tell and so 20 years one our Tottenham Hotspur one also the market value 35 million euros in T where you about 10 players one market value in terms of say one more under 21 players and now no pay me dey on command pay and some at the time war our Jumadia so Sao Abdel Hamid me pato sisi no anya sign at him ama team and no friendly Ghana and the RCD loans na kwabna report amete so our first ever player at so free Saudi no ekwa sign at them RCD loans bobo kodo and you also making history ya to man for board pato hode ne bone head anya dim bia bada waba be the first ever player at so yes Saudi nia ya to no at the aba RCD loans and no reporter ever Jumadia so afe one also sign first ever player at so yes Saudi player one also go European League T and also come kakra and now no pay yadi eta when you mame ko current is bri hall where a Chelsea player up the time saka ISM yasene obakwa kwa ni Americans no edi ama Everton boboko no esan say 25 million euros and 25 million pounds rather and yesika Everton edi atono from Chelsea na obakwa corner 4 million asaba yase add on 4 million saka and two chemo pada 29 million pounds no esika Chelsea boboko no ejama current is bri hall and so akwakosia kan edi ama Everton bobo compato permanent stay and Branton so echo reporter mete from Manchester City said that 2029 and any omo hear him so make on the sensing Edema Branton did Rodrigo Cascante Obakaya Abrante we nano da opry until last season Manchester City Omasu yes ye pabara Abrante is the fitness no and you mean I come Edema Branton no na yes contract the sensing na omo ye Edema Rodrigo Cascante no kwabra wotimi ye obabe the second best highest player just ye tiane kaye ewo Pato City bobo kono yasi dia olidi Branton the Erling Haaland one akọ City ye tia ne kaye pa one na ababe the second best paid player ewo City after Erling Haaland and tanu Rodrigo Cascante report for Branton and some akatidi banie na mako Barca na mako akodin koma kakra Barcelona Branton din ade Hector Fort one player na yeso office p na Branton nensaka bet besine anya de say Barcelona boboko no apreso emu ba kokra ni nyina yesi office be nyina loan deal anatasa dodo na Hector Fort na update time saka yesi Barcelona forces one beton Branton ade say be a permanent sale anatasa mo ton Branton po kwabra say Barca force Wamo Everton player na diamawa wama se womu ebenya buyback clause ewum se ne be adanta koma bia no ekoba se so mo to Branton na problem bia enso ema atesem ano enso sem kakra ne yase clause mo pa Branton no ade abaso na form pe option to buy sanke bia your obligatory se bia wo to Branton loan no ana wo ma Branton na bo wie na tese wonso no yense se so to player na ane ye deal abaso na for epe yase one club at so mudi muntintima pa the new boys at oko friendly Ghana wamonsum agramo team and the Paris FC yasim omo answadi komo at so muna Victor Forta and as Hector Forta wambesa Sabranto and team anu your reporter a free Barcelona kate at the eba awudumade so na no peno medi update bi at the Adamo na mako Newcastle mako kodin komo kakra na oko Newcastle bobo kona update amensaka RB loves the Sikako na Sikako no 80 million euros plus of 10 million ni na 90 million euros for Branton the Benjamin Churchill and team Manchester for no man team and any abere so be di djuma ha sabe be pe okwa na wako trade boom na ye the player na diama Newcastle for Tesomunya Benjamin Sesko. But so many Brantana, the asking price, and so somewhere around 90 million euros. I know yes, car. RB Leipzig for the upper for Benjamin Sesko. Almost say, Wamaya ever ready scanning here. Somebody to me, the Brantano, and so Emma Mayomudianti, yes, I know ya Eba, this is no Munya Mekia. Ada say RB Leipzig Bobo Kono, Ebedia to Nafe, Benjamin Sesko, and so Aquana say, Omunin to know, Sabranin Kabia, and a Chessano so Ebete, but Mako Madrid Codemo, not Mako Quidin Comakakra, not Meko Ria Madrid. Who come Madrid out the time in Saka, and some ISS is no Budituma, na Omo preseason. Once Omasa say, after some another Omo Ediagro Kakra Kama, and the coach and the daddy Zafi Alonso, and the boys in the training here. Na Anope Diamin Saka, IS after say, Wamato Avo Kawas, Wamato Mastantuano, Wamato Din Hoisen, Ato Air Trend Alexander Arnold, reporter Mensaka say, Kabana a full stop, and Yasim Amanda the funny half a so my Amadis in Pimpe Domunya so metal player Bia, players who saw Womanano, Wamusi Ayoke, import some metal player, had to say be a player Biako, and yes, a part of remanded Bobokono, and we say players are on Ayoke for the next season. After Somusu Eba Remino, and I am Kobaka Kranswa, if you married the Kate Eddie Eba, now on a Branta the Daddy Hendrik, Matissa Rias Sadat, Woman in Komaye Pa, after Somucha said, Woman Branta on Bepe, and T. Omo Guswa, Omo head away near Manabesiako, Nadun and Dia Yasi, a manum and so I say a collapse Kakra, as a Branto and say, Obabe Piki up injury, Amatasa no Hajuna Kakra, and Tim Anu Aye Ebgeta, Efi Abranta Kate, and some at the Eba Pato, Meko Newcastle, now my sending Kobaka Crow Newcastle. I'm the Tamin Saka from Newcastle. I say Abranta the Daddy Magei, once a Liverpool for at the Bassa and Comunio Messa Magei. Now the Amin Saka, I say Siciano, Liverpool and Toronto, now Newcastle now attacking the lead at Somu 40 million pounds and years car. Omu say Crystal Palace Bobokono, and some Betimia Dineta, or Manya Magei, it's answer years car. Yasi, Wamu Velua Brantano, and tis a Newcastle ye ready. No more traces can be near Abrantano and some Betimaba, and T. Anoso Kama, Kaka Totani, na Meko AC Milan, not Madin Komakaka, Uko AC Milana, Abrantani din Eddie Ayazachari, Aya Atakami, reporter Mensaka, Sabrantano, Ubenya Abaditono, Ayatana Nasa, Yasi, by the end of this week, now Brantano to me Abba, Wamudi 7 million, and a Tessa Koya Offano, FC Basel, about to join, Yasi, FC Basel, and after team and the team, and so at the young boys in Nano, Egusata, so we didn't come out, I so met me and Brantano, but I'm Komaka Kram and Saka, and some say, as he said, no, AC Milan, and a Tessa Mohaso Musuno, a bit to me and Brantano, and Tim Anuya reporter, Epa, Jumedia Sanano Peno, and the on some Kakra, at the Adonisha, your number one can. Radio station, Sudi, Dia Santamena, at the Adia show, no, I live on Facebook, and T. Oko Facebook, Ube de Waniamanum, and so, Essi Aquaneta, or comment with the Abania King Kakakra, at the Manamako Anasa, Aquadin Komakakana, Ronaldo Nankasana, Jumana, Ronaldo Ayano, Assisiano, Sporting Director Rona Nakwabana, Chairman Abona, Yasuaka Tom so, Wamunko na Olympic Dumase, Wamunko for branch and the Daddy Mason Glued, and for them, former Manchester United player now, Womujanum. Ebane call a friendly Ghana Olympic Dumase Abrante last season the boy Abrante the boy pano Ebabe do baby Maria Betis Bobokono and Atletico Madrid Ebeka so munya Abrante no mope and Tinkoma Menseka I say oh nasa so met me so anyap sa kratino na Carla Ancelotti yasine staff members ni bi and some akosa nano da and gamer Santos answer a boy no answer no da yasi Neymar enya goals ho baby I come and ma Neymar da fear na yasi Abrante on interview and central for them bisan na wan say tamai wasuma mama for baba ho na so say kwabna no ne ball we dia dance dada onu nye player hade so baba monitor the ball say Neymar ya de na so nya de kwabna success ne da ho dada di we kwa de ka de kwa de hu hia bimtim wasi yanka e mo bi anta say hu hia bia say we afina wo baba e be watch the game na obi anim ni football level dada de aka so be availability no so de kwabena was regardless of anything no oh you ready Canada and team ano nkoma just name fi abrante na kate at the West Ham United me part of the time in second ya sisi do done oko Botafogo wo mu enso abede ama bibia ya kama mo advance at as abrante de dey turn wo be so betimanya abrante no na just anema enso aya kama adi ama West Ham United update me second anamedi ema na me Barcelona na Barca nkoma ne de maka ni tese de kwabna mesisu hu siso Alexander Sanchez na mi hu se wo ye Arsenal phobi ana Messi Tozel enso ye Arsenal phobi ana hwan kra player bia wono so twe wo ma so sa kwabra pam na so nko na maka ni tese de yesu epra ana chama Barcelona force kokoye setwe na sachi na ade asema ba what's up Barcelona for the La Liga for the say Abrante no koye said na time of the return between 4 months to 5 month time and Abrante the return and akudano so the koto social media say or no time of the recover no 3 months pe na that means Barca for ko chanto La Liga and this answer na La Liga for be atum say Abrante no kwan na ba be do Barcelona for betimanya kwanya already some players awoneti no say no metima kwano adisa Barcelona 40 Abrante no ne surgery no kwaye no medical report no adi koma La Liga for kwabna akudani kram on science okra keke no nyintum said ni pra no surgery no kwaye no e be taking 4 to 5 months no kwabna yeso mapo maka ni tese den kwankro bia so wo so on sign ne en sign kira o so oka ama obi ata say aye 3 months so until so Barcelona for better say medical report na say aye 3 months ninti report the amateur say you know say yes Abrante nkwa no report the medical report ana Barcelona for so no ekro mu separate medical report because on make it a medical report no kwabra say dey na 3 months ana Barcelona for medical reporter I say colleague for no yes no so ye 4 to 5 months na Barcelona for say sanka Abrante to be tiase science keke na comedy command La Liga for na anka 21 million euros I say bedem 50 no modo already say players be to say Juan Garcia and afa Abrante the dean and some adi ya can say we just sexy and Marcus Trafford money ade no and so no metima register and Rudy bag money ade no kwabra ya say akodani kromu din enti ya say no akwa no one Laporte and Sancho for ekobisa say na tamai oso onyamo nkita dene mobile and then also nanka ho smooth way anko metimi dia register players beta eno ntia se ho nkwa ne kwan a Barcelona fo betima fa so e dia register players nti kwankro bia so wo me betima register players eno ye nkwa kakran so a efudi Barcelona kate e di eba e wo etuma de so na reporter men se kan e se Chelsea boboko no e di nkoma na yesi Chelsea wo ko mo official page o mo website page players omudi so onim say no na Chelsea eso mu training na say pre-season no afina club papa na say na kwabna yesi omo official page no players o mayi o mafiri match say that means omo nka full squad no no Raheem Sterling Abrante de dey benchiwo Renato Vega Amando Broya kwado kodada let's go chuku yaton na wie asase ba azo de sase ho that of for na o kan chuku ameka won so yaton na wie ana Afi Gekrish enti when players Chelsea site nankasa womonka wan say list of players 15 in there bebre I was the senior team ma eno ado mu training ni ade enti koba kakra men sakane but at Chelsea say Abrante ni dinadi Tarek George wan so offers p Abrante no na reporter men sakam say Chelsea be Tarek George amana kwa club a obeto no aya fa say mu Chelsea our buy back air clause ewo mu at say koba say Dante akwama bia Chelsea be hia Tarek George wo metima ba betoma de and your reporter men seka set Tarek George ne signing sibi ebebansa ana Chelsea no so beko na Christopher Nkuko reporter mete say 50 million euros team are ready for 50 million euros no betime so enya Abrante no pre-season kwabra ya si Chelsea ama Abrante no kwan so on delay so be returning back to Chelsea training ground say one clubs in Ninkomo when you do be a come on fabra and this one Christopher Nkuko but need the nchiremu a ewo mu pa no na Aaron and Semeno no enkoma kakra men sekte enso say abrante no yase wo mu edi nkomo na last season say yase abrante no boy kakra boy no train na wo doye no anka toss enya gidie ewo no beta so no am say on beton abrante no enkoma kakra men sa ekane wo adwuma de sukabra Nicola Jackson de ne reporter mete say Chelsea nyom adwen say wo beton ne ade betem bia se ne ye ka no ene kwa report na ba say offer bi enso ba na e ka mo beton abrante no na ma Thomas Tepate ansa na me komanim kwa metimi akomanim kwa bra Thomas Tepate na no da na Arsenal boboko no e ba say ontimi sakan emfa ma Arsenal bi because the contract renew one went ba nya na ye the 5 rape count ana say ye the charge abrante no ata say ne ana court aye say omra aye Westminster aye magistrate court na fe omra mepiem o meyi sensema no kwa bra the agreement in demand say abrante na no koye na okoye na omama ni bill na yesi na sem nyina okoye say wonu oni fo our charges na omo de aboni ni nyina mu ana the lawyer says okay sana tell the abrante no deal ewo via well enti omo second mo makwanya na abrante no ntimi nkosi akan emfa ema via well boboko no reporter men seka ensum say ene lawyer penyina na tese womo enso tie dwuma mo hese ne nyina ebetima ya kama adema abrante no yesi chief magistrate and the Ede Paul gospel and our police Thomas Tepate enya denon so be kwakwesi akan adi ama via we boboko na ne yawan after makata Thomas Tepate say sama na omni charges aboni ni na no ohwe no ni obi ani komoda ohwe no ame obi a eno de toso biem after so say pate etu kwa koba bia kwabna ada say international ni ade no on report to police baby party pa oko enti we ye niam omdi aja so Thomas Tepate wo ma grant the bill reporter men saka say on the 2nd of September ana Thomas Tepate be sign akoko piemo court na ja o ma hwe enso atoto na no enti pata what say Thomas Tepate wakoko to na sa 5A rape charges na ye de bo abrante no atese mu ba ko ye asot no eno na Thomas Tepate enso ekọ ho quarter we anya ntintum bia wokọ ya no mudi toto na no kaka na ja o ma grant abrante ni biola eno aye reporter men seka ewo dwumade so na no pe no mekache kakra enso edi ama ewo aye dwumade so kwabra kwikwa no eno adamatis ni bi etodwa ma min susu kakra no a by no fall of a cousin na okay ma min fa na de nemna Leverkusen any pizza ewo game ne ana empony ni sasolo bebo ne ana Northern Forest omo enso any Fiorentina bebo game ne eno ada ya se diawofo no Barca for bom ntre ne simple kra ana fe Liverpool enso atibi bawo epo mo komo tumpe entra na matese na ade ne ha adwene ye pa ana yenya team din enso ane via well wa bra mo so ene Cassia mo game ne koye 220 we aye stories ha etotwa ewon crofo ama so na no pe ne medi aba we da se bibie ni wade a meja so na fe crofo ma so sem no metimi e de ese ne so oni sha jo number 1 akan radio station esu ni kwamna bibie ni eche de ne na chese etedin arrest my case.
That's it. Okay. That's it. Tonoton FC. Damasi. And also na any 2000.
Star 281 has
20 million.
Star 281 has now where me option 2. Who me option 2 me 10 me 20 me 10. Me 20 na fe siko no twabinadi. Wunya twankwa de anyame wadoma wonsa enso ebe count there.
Okay. Gabi the foreigner here for Martin in Kase. Odi e kwamene ne nkomo no bebre. Abedafonso ba na enya bre ewewem kakran etimi edi amamansana edi afisem no awi na asori afri dwumadie no eso insurance 4.5 na mesamuada ya wodan bi a ye ton awo Buokrom estate enti wutie show ni wani je ho a estate house awo Buokrom estate handitilie estate house assign awo aye Buokrom estate na say aye dan anya dan keto akra ye ton enti wani je ho me part of number is here na muni ho enkomo 0540 112 434 0540 112434 enti abroche for na mutie shoyi se open estate house ato awo Buokrom estate na mafɔ saa number no na mafrɛ na mo ne wura no nso adi ɛyɛ nkɔmmɔ. Ras energy drinks sei ɛnoa na obiara nom san sɛ wonom a ahoɔden de maa de kɔyɛ adwuma ne tiefoɔ ɛkyɛ kura yi so ho di mu a mo adwuma den paa na mo nyinaa no nkɔtɔ Ras energy drink na ndom na bibia bɛyɛ kama paa adi amaame metia yi anɔpa bia me sɔre ya na mabɔ bi so na mde abɛtena ha meyɛ adwuma koraa mente ɛno ntimi sɛ wada kɔtɔ bi na ɔnso ɛbɛtumi aboa wo yie paa ama ɔdwuma asɛm no bibia akɔnkan ɛnso ɛde ama ho nsɛm no ɛno no ewiase yɛtaa ka sɛ bi na mɛka sɛ mpanimfoɔ ma asɛm bi ɔmo ka biara ne mu ɔdu na ɛnto a yɛa na hyɛ da nte aseɛ yɛtaa ka sɛ yadeɛ ya yadeɛ nso deɛ ya pa ama no answer ni nyinaa afiri yadeɛ medimosil process center no pɛ me kamfo adi ama bɛma bia ɛnɛ prostate yi yɛn tan kyɛke so enti problem ba wo bu ase ni abɔ ne dua na ne naso kra taatai ne nyinaa sɛ ɛyɛ prostate so mesrɛw me paakyɛw kɔne kyɛke ma wo na problem aba ho ayamo aduro yadeɛ bia so yɛ clinic hɔ yɛhwɛ yɛgye insurance enti bra na yɛnhwɛ kama paa wo sɛ wo problem bia obua ne sɛ ɛfɛ ɛne ne sin fita na ɔkasa sɛ kim no obi adwane halitosis mesɛw kɔna yɛnkyɛke ne nyinaa ɛmfa ɛma ɔba awɔ ɛma mekamfo ɛyɛ medimosis ɛna ɛde ama wɔ yɛwɔ ɛyɛ kumase yɛ santase ahenema kokɔben ɔboase santase stretch no wo nsa bɛtumi aka mo ɛnso ɛwɔ ɛyɛ ɛhɔ ɛno ano nso ɔno yɛbɛdi nkɔmmɔ ɛwɔ 0244 068447 namono mo eni eye enkomo akonto de eno ane eye Bonva stores na Bonva stores na tie for de tie ne akonto nse de osipani bia se wutu kan akosua de wutu kan akobobra ana bia wo konsra so ho okohwa ni so ade keke na wasan aba betena se enti obu oso mpesam kɔ America minim ho mekɔhwɛ ɔbɛ 1 week bi na masan aba kwatam sika twitwi die di akɔ America so okɔ America asa betena ku o bɛgye die so ti sa control ni nyina mem dem kɔ am enti ɛyɛ Bonva stores ɛna mekamfo ɛnso atimi ɛde ama wɔ na onim sɛ yɛpɛ enipa ɛyɛ 50 ama mo yɛ modwuma entrepreneurs so businessmen and women yɛde mo ɛkɔ Turkey we no ɛyɛ business trip omra no only the shakers and the movers so the manufacturers no omna no mu koshia enti umra tumi se afedi gurus ni nyina ofa alaji sedu mon fami niema ne mname no mo de niema no de abana se bibia enso akonkan adi amantano pai me kamfo eye Bonva stores ana adi ama akontom sem bia fa bedan na enyani na kama pa enso emfa ema number no eye 0531 085235 me pacho attack ya on Victory Baptist asoy no Tech Junction on sabetimi enso akan ewo ho na on se coke no madam bezi echeria coke se echeria coke yi se echeria awurade nyame ade ye de so to obu osoro no onya coke no ma ya mo ntena se ade no ehyeyi ede na eno ana Coca-Cola Ghana beverages say Richardo kachire Ghana for nyina say say Coke ne pesa mo no more and to the taste no ebia be ka ho ne de nyasam kitwa packaging extraordinaire na oyi ni nyina to nchan a urim say 300 ml no and say asate so 5 cedi no agi 5 cedi pepe eso ko ba bia na ho se de bia ka ho a ka chen say Richardo say e 5 cedi tobi na osofa kofie na bibia no enye kama emfa ma ho kroma anya ba bia na e ton phone tie enya baabia na wura eso kotofon awo ho na baabia me de me kamfo de ma na no pai eye na p phones and accessories ho de phones no papa bi original one one kasa wisu atimi se bibia ehye ebo no so da form so per Samsung Nokia Tecno Infinix Itel enkodai amo tablet yo me disua de eja se school yan kura ekwi enkodai de homework iba se yen penifo no mo de ma yo sankure no de ma ogine ho a onti ase ena nkure ho waki den wanya tablet bi akura yi wotimi nye etikotoni nyina bi original one awo ayena na p phones and accessories na nim se o beto na usika na enso ade bra o de bra mia na me se kokko o ka chen se Richardo se memra to half for Ghana card ka ho aka no nyema ho twa no kakra oyɛ company oboso auto phones ade che workers a ɛno so he wo de kɔ okon bete bo no so kama na watimi ato bebre ade a che workers na anim say ye promotion na ye ne say owura ene na p phones and accessories a oto ade a ne a chewade e bi a branded t-shirt e che ya ye che inside book and pen 5,000 sikabotin 50 million nyina achede a eko awo ene na p phones no eje anope amenu kase ya wura ho kumase adum asida house wona Kesman FM ho omo ho obi ba JK building nim opposite Prudential Bank yo ho ana PZ nana kwesi adema building nim ho nso yo ho entibra sisi o konkran nim tachima ne tamala ho 0533 093422 na chesa wonso no watimi adwo kama pa de mi wie no eye comfort se ba mesha maka cho se eye bibidura onuma ebeboa ye pa diabetes oliver obrebo no infections how edura nwumra se de nan se na Chelsea nti mintimi nayi eno na manonoma asese mitimi ada so nkofo ndo mo komonim pe na me ba bi kura ya me ya eno nti comfort ya dama ana asese manonoma mitimi eda kama pa entimi saw yade a me boss nyina ebi hawa comfort se ba mesha ena me comfort dia ma okọ Fedimens Colinac Apidank Gilly God Pharmaceuticals o nano kwa on sabetimi akabi 0245 455 740 na onso watimi enomo edin komo top 1000 de sama catchem say eye app so enti abruche for amuche show idina makachem say bosome aso yate ya organa de ba yate sa abruche for no madum salary yesemo ada moje ya munim kan dada 30% na mo de afa ho nyensu enya bi aboye soso etwede okrum ha abruche for good morning nyame nsam sam nyina mu isu 30% na sika no so modwe ho kakraman na eje nso ya wa ha no enya kakra ne entafre ayamuda wonji se Richardo dasia piao abruchefo na piao yedamase samu sani bi ade afa tap send yankai na Fifi Manfred ense dwumadie na se emfa emayen Kofi Maresca Abraha, good morning.
Good morning.
I don't even use one.
Good morning.
Okay, I feed them at Tonka. Now, what to say?
Yamia dom hoya pana. Also, what to say?
Oh, who says, oh, how many miles me looking refreshed?
Arentia.
Nothing to me now.
Arentia not to me now.
Kofi, you're far grown to nothing to me now.
I didn't know to me.
I say, Mammy, our woman.
Yeah.
Penny, maybe I will bear 5.
Yeah.
Penny pano under normal circumstance.
Yeah.
Honest and good to me, Bob Brown and Ketwana day and your beardy.
Yeah.
But in my case, Mimi Penny no Sabi, my penny aquada.
Okay, go see there.
Brown Manchester United Abonina Yentimi NJ FIFA Club World Cup PB. Tibra me say, yes, Chelsea that the next 4 years, Mobile the champions. Clubs need na mona moya de no me kai bia na me sorte na yare me
do mane how unya nko
enu me dawa me dwindwina de bi huwa na na nkofu kura me dwina mu se tonoton omini future
o mfie bebre o wanim
mo nyini lo na mo nkoche na hai
den a se Man United eje Club World Cup na ubenya biaji Ojia obe celebrity.
Bashidi a sheme papa.
Oh, ebe show. Eno de oye ni den ebe show. Ye de yes ye bese man show. Ebe se man show.
Anu me call so to na Dr. Erica. Check him millions. Richard so tedodo.
Oh.
Bom so here. Na to Dr. Erica me na.
Untimi na. Okay.
Me tamfo akwaji ade me na esen kameje.
Esen ka wo na. Where did I was say what I would
ti ama me so tia na ete
hwede when I say na mo one day when twan hwekura nka ho
me sha say me nom comfort ne de
yeah fine
enu asem timi dai pa
yati
tonaton FC no nkofo no mu chira ni future
yati de be ba ho na de bia me ma meka se Kofi ni awo ye ne be ba nkrobom ni awo ye zie be ba nkrobom me nu duru a wo be san be chiri
wo be sa o je
You say a day beba unkrubo, Ubo Unkrubo,
Diabana,
never knew Diabo. I was so say, Niaobe Biano Shin Niabe Kabia can ye, because Assemble Hua, Uba could repeat his sentence and not start here. The Unkrubo never.
As I hope Kutia about too much and yet.
Oh, say Chini, dear Matrina Kutia.
I don't want to say.
Oh, Eddie,
I'm a grand refuge minor. A refuge are minor. Very, very vindictive. Refuge.
Yeah, go. Rich. Say, me and him say, Basa Bedrua. For almost 1 week in here now, Testeg and Ekoye surgery, you know, our Bordeaux. We all said, say, who share the posture of Marc-Andre Testegen? Now, who share the posture of Football Club Barcelona? We all felt that we were going to get to this point. At what point am I talking about? It is the point that has been made clear and now pay for Mundo Deportivo. Omoche said, Barca have retained Sisi Aminoka say to Catalan. And the medical data no bakupe. Barca have to submit that to the La Liga board at a same way. So in submitting that no, Rich, they need Marc-Andre Ter Stegen to sign that data and they say no authorize it. Barca they say no medical data and from call La Liga for one because senior Dr. Eric Adini. Whatever you discuss with Dr. Eric as a consultation on Timini will be in check. Even if multimedia comes to her, Timini will check unless you authorize them.
Because I say a confidential.
A confidential. Which Barcelona call Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. Say, unsigned medical data now a free Bordeaux. I say he is going to be out for 4 to 5 months now. Say the Barcelona use the 80% space now. And they are registered. Marcus Rashford, Juan Garcia, and even Ronnie Bag. Rich, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen say he will not sign that he will not sign that data form. Up to now, he will not sign that data form. I don't know, where do you stand? Ter Stegen
yeah. You see, they has all overboard.
Rich, you see, last week can be and me when I sort of agree with you. Say, one year, you focus too much on your Ter Stegen and then you lose track of the facts and see he has to protect his interest.
Well, number one, Germany national team. The clubs are number one.
Yeah.
They say no only number one. Only number two. Oko number three.
Yeah.
Meaning we go post Rubenya Mwadapa. Just a miracle.
That can also affect you.
So it means it will affect our international ambition.
Yeah.
I saw we the number one for the German national team.
Yeah.
And the national team, German national team.
The demand shaft is a big national team. Which Uni Bibi. Even apart from all of these things that Ter Stegen is going through now, okay, it has gotten to the point where maybe a minute Ter Stegen in 100%, but then I understand Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. Now, why am I saying this? Which in 2020, during COVID, the last time my Marc-Andre Ter Stegen a contract extension was in that year, or extended to 2025. Which time my Marc-Andre Ter Stegen a contract extension, or defend the salary because the club was in a difficult place. The club no were at the point Omuniska. So Marc-Andre Ter Stegen deferred those salaries to make sure that the club will be in a good place. It is Marc-Andre Ter Stegen who has shown in the past on the crown of Barca, and he would like to push the Barca's interest for them. Rich, I think that the Ter Stegen at the year Barca, it is because for whom we pay. Who carried the story of Piqué before he left the club? The story of Jordi Alba before he left the club? The story of a lot of Barca legends in recent times. Even this guy, Umtiti, who most of them almost taking salary cuts, almost reducing salary. They make sacrifices for the club. They do club the club doesn't. And then it ends up saying these players will live at the back door. Which when did Jordi Alba leave Football Club Barcelona? Jordi Alba was one of the faces of the club.
Sure.
But in tough financial times, he had to go through the back door. Gerard Piqué, up till now, Barca wanted the mark on it Stegen car. Say, oh, yo, what shows that they will pay him? Because to be very honest, it looks as if Barca are solving a long-term problem with short-term measures. And one thing is going to be easy as a football fan. Oh, they are Stegen, I understand he's captain. He owes allegiance to the paying entity, which is Football Club Barcelona. But still, his interest is very important. Which, see how the assembly, I don't know how long it will take Mark and Ter Stegen to finally say, "Oh, they made him."
Operation,
yeah.
I never Barcelona doctors no. So, then I will craft 3 months. Now, Barca phones will craft 4 to 5 months.
No, so Ter Stegen is not holding any medical data. Ter Stegen is talking based on their experts. And put here the statement now. Oh, next expert is said, you know, Emilio Leglismo. He says that the expert. You go back to that statement he posted on X. Go and check. He says clearly in there. Say experts in say because when you're the first surgery,
maybe expert on your operation.
Yeah, Emilio Leglismo. No, so he wasn't clear. Say expert. I can't say we actually no. Or no, oh yes, our operation.
Because Kofi had the country amami busasa.
Yeah.
Meti hey, ebia, meti me amao. You know, projections.
Yeah. But of course, only experts.
But me expert.
Exactly.
Any our expert on also bet me account say, oh, I did this. I mean, the manibu be about 4 or 5 months.
Yeah. Pay on the experience.
Pay me experience.
Exactly.
Ebia, I bet me aye.
Yeah.
But what by ya, dear, and Casan bet me account say, yes, what the expert told you is true.
But
yeah. Dear me, you know, ebia said the enamo which should say, ever cause an encosa. It means the reason why no. So no pursue Gina the expert that catch them.
But Rich Unim said when your first time a footballer say yes, and
it's so bad.
You see, footballers do these things a lot of the times because they have a lot of doctors at their beck and call. Me for Umkwechi, Umtiti asemu ya Umtiti. 2018 Umtiti ekokoje World Cup with France ebaye. Barca extending the contract. Now Barca for nim say Umtiti was knee injury. Before then, Umtiti had that knee injury or the World Cup. Barca for the born said Konya surgery. He didn't do the surgery. He opted for conventional way of treating it. Same with last season where Kaya my friend is saying Wesley Fofana. Okay. Wesley Fofana pray. Enzo Maresca say Wesley will not play football again until the end of the season. Wesley Koye interview on Instagram. I catch a French outlet say, oh, one of the cars actually coach, you know. My doctor say I will be back in 3 or 4 months.
So you see,
at the end of the day, he was wrong.
Interest.
Yes, at the end of the day, Wesley was wrong. Enzo Maresca was shown that okay, Dr. Sekachan was Chelsea, you know, was the right way to go. Rich, whatever the cases, the Stegen saw the weather back in 3 months. Barca saw weather back in 4 or 5 months. Barca there, me assure say Omon Fahon say the Stegen about 3 months or about 4 months. Near here Barca ne, and they say. G2 our paper so say about 4 or 5 months. Ni emphasize space and register plus your best register no because I know here. The Stegen is thinking about the money the club owes him, thinking about how the club has treated other players in the past and Uti up to now. Rich and now Barca for a wrap up on motor over Asia. Correct time. I'm considering 4 goals per. I'm 15. Now, I know that today I don't have enough time to delve into the Barca conversation more on the field of play. But who never 1, 2, 3 it looks as if Hansi Dieter Flick wants to use Pablo Gavi in an exceptional way as a floating number 8 in a +1 in almost every phase of play. When we get time, I will talk about it. Now, friend Pablo Gavi, and he's going to make sure say Obe celebrating. The world champions were back yesterday. Rightly so. Share video at Chelsea for another 2 on my man, your video no come by and your copyrighted video. Exciting video. Enzo Fernandez, Mo Sifio Mokamu, all of them very excited, and you can tell say Obi Eniaji said they are coming back into the team. Now Jimmy Gatens, Caicedo, everybody having a good time. I was particularly happy say a branch friend Wesley Fofana air back into the team. And now you reassure me a corner. And I may say Chelsea Fono are almost agreeing a deal for a bench friend Kenan Drisby Hall. Now, Obekaya on the show, I told you that before Chelsea will do the deal for Xavi Simons, no, fashion teams so Chelsea here, sales will be made. And then now the sales started. Kenan Drisby Hall and now Chelsea Fono, any Everton Fono agree £29 million. And Omoji Everton for a branch of friend Kenan Drisby Hall after one full season with Chelsea Football Club. Something that I think is good enough for them. And see why they also went to Abrantia, your friend Leslie Ugochukwu. See, Leslie is a top talent. It didn't work out at Chelsea, sadly so. But I think our Burnley, it's going to happen for him. Obinya Boni Biaba consistently, he's going to develop our Honam. We are here in the region of around 22 million for Abrantia friend Leslie Ugochukwu. I'm giving her how good he is. Then one of my favorite players, and Meka was the first one I did Chukwuemeka. And it was because of this boy Kani Chukwuemeka. Dortmund for no almost to Chomonasia, but this morning what we are hearing is that Chelsea for na catch say Kani Chukwuemeka injuries no, and we are worried about her. They are willing to reduce the base fee for them. Not only the bonuses based on the number of games that Kani ever or more games because he's fitter, then it will increase the amount of money Omo Dortmund for and so Omutia and Chelsea Football Club. Once this is done, the next attention now turns to Abrantia, your friend Xavi Simons. Yeah, I have some analysis on Xavi Simons. Chelsea fans will love it. Xavi Simons banner battle. He is not coming for just himself. And yet the Xavi Simons and even Chelsea in Quentin Oba team ye. Xavi Simons is coming to Chelsea for also another player for Enzo Maresca to be able to use that player well. Chelsea fans will be edgy say now Enzo Fernandez is one of the best players ever team in him. But Obi only Enzo Fernandez and him say where he's playing now is not his favorite position. And so Enzo Maresca in the first 4 games he didn't start Enzo Fernandez. He didn't talk until he found a way to profile him as a connector. The main role of Enzo Fernandez in that team is a deep line playmaker. But in the off the ball job, Enzo Maresca ain't believe it, so bet me a Juma without the ball. When Xavi Simons comes in, he gives Chelsea a lot of options. And the last time I catch you say the Stamford Bridge press, they said, are they almost pay and what they are looking for all through when Xavi Simons comes and they say a match Chelsea squad is perfect in terms of versatility and dynamism. It's Obetimi about Xavi Simons on the left wing and not necessarily a starting left winger because Obe keep with the fullback either Joao Hato or Marco Correa because of course at RB Leipzig regular 4-2-2-2 formation I bet you Xavi Simons plays in the left half space. So these are some of the tweaks Chelsea Ford will get and now Brazil for new star boy Estevao Williams and BP. Which quality now Chelsea team is super. And I still know you need. You are still not a believer.
Tonatoing.
And then Tonato.
Okoelo FM anymore. The boys be you do na Tarene be changing. It's almost as well. If you know only low non question high.
Exactly.
Udrua. Ebi asa no pa na hu na. Ebi awo san ba be duro no. Se anopana ne nsa ne so am abedu na eso abafo
ani
because omo no atade ne nko kro obem na ko obetwitwim se ya show obefie na abehye no na abun se sa atade ne enko
exactly say that time I thought ball mobile to was what kasa afia
no dey am ye no mu di future
no problem I thought ball mobile to was thought ball mobile motor players mutina ha
e kan den
musi o Chelsea 40 players and addressing room come ebi dware we chiro no shempaboa ansa no bia be powder we inside mo kan nyina ekroma we had all of them
to
was NC okofi to was mami kasa o de mami kasa
sam na inside na be kan yo
inside be kan say Chelsea ni dware we Chelsea player dware we
powder na o de dware ne ka o na o de dware the report ni yes say that na players the doors do it is a coach be ma pep talk just e bi pie
enye no kre e bi see that and then me catch no onye no kre o bia baby a oti ni bia report catch
o source we
me source ye me na da ni ba koro mo nim che me say enye no kre me catch mo ne ti baby a wo kwoti no catch say me say enye no kore
enye de ehia ni
me ka kire won enye no kore
Ryan Sterling na munyo obi ama ne nto no Ryan Sterling
who players best
mon fan card ba no no ankopeti obi once the group be
yeah de ehia ni the boost here de be ba do je card
munya to na e mamo
and who be ka obi otimi to player obi otimi to
He's a fine coach. I admire him. But Tim no Kutana.
Last season, you can a fine coach. Also, Nyadi, oh, championship coach.
After 4 years, he says, and we are world champions. Maybe Kabiana Yaribat.
Zia, you be pressing my neck, Gaza. Neck pressing, you
4 years.
4 years.
4 years. I don't
yes,
we champions have 4 years.
You be saying yes, cow. Players now can see a ton. This summer, you be near ton players in 350 million. It's in next summer, you buy. You should team is okay. We inco. Rich, meaning say, and now they say most of the reports coming from the UK was that one Shania Nicolas Jackson be free on.
Basket cry Kaime.
Say.
Grand Port and Kai.
Grand Port and Casa will be impeded. On for coaching him right channel.
Oh, me say, basket for coaching him right. I accept. See, Hannah me can't say no credit. Say basket bar. I said I accept.
Say me kind of vividly.
Say Grand Port and Kaya. Unya boshe phone might come. Trust me. It's basket bo.
Okay.
And I'll also bo. Say Boki West no. Grand Porter pep talk player outside. Now remember. Nobody a train.
Yeah, but
you create. There's no problem. Me see.
Is there a fast checking? Do they make checking?
What fast checking? Maybe there's no problem.
Go bet me at once.
Me see now.
Fast checking.
Yeah, most of the reports that was coming was that one Shania and Chelsea for no are going to let Nicolas Jackson go. Then this morning I chanced on my big brother's post, Raman Osman. And then Raman say, Ejuma Enzo Maresca the behind the scenes to keep Nicolas Jackson at the club. Bro. It is nice to see. So I sent Raman a message. I said, Raman, Mr. Give me a little insight. What exactly is Enzo Maresca doing? Because on our report, Chelsea bought Gambia, what's Enzo Maresca? You hear some of the things that he says. Tell me about it. And Raman Sophie, and now Enzo Maresca, a coach of Nicolas Jackson as him. And because he likes Nicolas Jackson, says in commanding Basse someone tono Uncle Asabia, he tells them that he wants Nicolas Jackson to stay. I think that for some of us who have hoped say Nicolas Jackson enter club at least this summer, we are going to get him to stay. Oh, coach Nana.
But Kasami,
now the internet in here.
But you're for someone.
There be one I was in basket saying Grand Porter.
You're heckling.
I'm not heckling. How am I heckling? I enjoy your home.
Me fast check here, then.
There's no internet.
But the Uyi.
Who used to company?
Wama internet in the crowd.
Company Wi-Fi.
The end of that way. The first article. I be her.
Oh, so there.
Grand Porter on Chelsea overcrowded dressing room.
Oh, do I say?
Now the way to say
headline.
What is headline?
Headline, senior. Me crowd. Headline. Kind of. You are kind of invented comments.
And run if you dance with women.
If you dance.
And if you dance with women. You can't use it. And you have a headline
on
80 the American. Mina didn't kutami.
Also say.
Median 80.
Kasa. Who do the 80?
I'm not going to go.
I'm not going to go.
Median 80. Kasa. I say. Grand Porter on Chelsea's overcrowding dressing room. A bay. To us, that players on Blue 200 to top players.
Kind my.
Oh, make kind any problem.
No internet in your crowd. Internet when I use. Wow, they are as a company internet.
Oh, she says, I'm a crew my internet today. I didn't channel one, but at least some kind story in the crown. Kakaya, me dream we. Me a pussy. Me and pussy me. The pussy me down. You'll be on crack. Oh, crack. Fast check, and I'm born.
A pussy me down because you are carrying a headline.
I say, Grand Porter and Chelsea's overcrowded dressing room. It left us with a challenge of many players after January. And I say, and then they can't go anywhere. A few of them had to sit on the floor. It's not ideal.
Grand Porter said that.
And never
Mr. Bob screenshot my digital team screenshot no on project my.
Wouldn't be a can be
I can't agree. Oh no, basket.
my kind what's the main kind story? My kind story is I was still now.
11 sitting on the floor.
Oh, Fatulo Patotana, or the Tana, Trobafi in China. Pato, who goes through yes, and now Unima can kind pa. Young Quay, in country, Yasina. Pato, Charles Nina, air kind brophy. Pato say. A first article in the kind.
Okay. Also, Graham Porter on Chelsea's overcrowded dressing room.
Okay, send your name, Troy.
Baby.
Okay, young Quay.
It left us with a challenge of many players after January, and then they can't go anywhere. A few of them had to sit on the floor. It's not ideal.
Massa, media. Chairman. Program no. I'm the host. TMA. Govi, achimni this year. TMA. I'm the host of the show. Me na me tire ba bia show no beko. Article ni akan wie finito. The other kind of trivia is fake. About Patramani mana yenim komo bibia ni obi.
Bacho, why Oba fe
Obi
reply was your Obi reply was your or say instead of sitting on the floor, they should have sat on each other's laps. I was just saying if over the yourself for I would say what as Mr. Enra ye 10 outs no ebumi 10 coats ebumi enra na ene UEFA Champions League last round penultimate one ekoso it's when we start winning like this ana back to back don't miss out code no another board na so Mr. first one BW 90F6951 second one BW 90 CE627. Third one a BW 9094DA0. And the last one a BW 908A79C. Which codes in here. Oko Fifi Manfred, WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, all of those places are being coding out them.
Thank you, Kofi. That's a pan of pay Mamincha. Berma ya don't pray our Germany Chelsea ni kese pa unim say ya so free adwuma ba no pa ya oko night oba ya na
obetra ho before me rem na Kofi Vaza sending messages on no ten wonti
all right ma anytime for any come na Bismarck go to ben pa ya la emeto so emfa eman oba fe adro time no nom kra ho na betobi na onom. Papa, now I want to say good morning.
Good morning.
Now, Bibi, I find here. Boys, this old Basia, Uncle Auntie. Time no more talk, no more to be a sewer.
And
Auntie. Oh, yeah, dear.
Yamiad.
Uncle.
A dick kind, Madame was a piece, so Mamma Kunyan is a minimum for you to train upon Modern and Como. But for power, Miss Sabre, remember what. No more baby Abanshura 104.5 FM as midi and then Anna Akosia was Sabre upon Modern Commodity Ebra Juice Messels or becoming home near to train upon Modern Como is Sunset. Ya dear way, ya arm a many ones in a free idea. Sounds no be one a free idea and penny force to say, young Cotier drum ran near high and Nuntina said you're trying to can't say, ye near the Abanyan Far Banan say, dear Sabre, time about center, ya share your boy Rockway, your tears. Ya titi numrani habake kesi near the time heba Mr. Drodia bro ya drum more dream malaria do tatashia etu malaria sekra MBM malaria so so boni bia besu ni peduano so no de hia ne so beboy drugstore herbal shop pharmacy shop bia eben emusa drobia also per time about Mr. Droni be na one onom enso so bit say enumoto boni be a lot of appetite abesu also onuma 20 minutes you say you minimum in your crow. Catamani sway BC, Adriana no qua a pimpia. Want me when you are watching Sabia. What to me did not finish down in a fear. Above from that, yes, you so, or Bafia, Felberry, you know, I say, remember, no, I boho. I find when you soon every when you must see one time. Deep I and one behind you, would tea a bejo say, got, na yo, ya. What your home baby and Jenny, not some way. Poor drugstore hair, shop, pharmacy shop, be a bell. time about Miss Channel a drum wedro tipaya away a twasie wutino emukika emuya yemushe show ediana tipaya ko fabrao de ohiane time about Miss Chedro sanso na wonu mu ato a wuntimi ndidie aduane si wani mo pampa ibo fa so na wotwetwe ho no wohia time about Miss Chedro ni bi na wanonom eba ne sa wutimi didi ye edidi fine ema ho to edro ni ye dro papa enye dro bi akeke eyedro mu edro ye dro waso a eboa etu sense so bonne no ase edi free honom ede maw eni subidie na abete ase so nom time about Mr. Droni bi ebeto ase krakra ede free honom de ama eye dru kragen woni mu se time about center so ye ana kinoga company limited so ye de edra ye de braw e wo dwaman so se tobi na no nom enso ya de so etu ya de na se krakra emmabiem esanse we no eye bebre mu ankasa eye asante aka de na obi kan ye no wose se kutu se bam edro no nya bi na no ma ye de e frɛ ne ye de abesua ni padua no so edua wo ni padua ni ma tete ni padua no ama ni padua ne nkwamo anyina atiada ekunkum ni padua na ma ni padua wompo kra yemre no ni nyina etu ase ema ni padua ni nya ahoden enkwamo ni nya ahoden ni padua no enyini eyese from a time herbal Mr. Drokai say a TIMG ubo drug store herbal shop pharmacy shop bia a time herbal Mr. Dro and now here say wo be no mo bi awo na tiase wo so wo bo no man ho etimi po say che e wo mo say awa abade na so wo bi awa tiase ne so no ade enye no ma wo here time herbal Mr. Dro ni bi wo bi so ho ne ho yese hyehye a wo je ne ho ba bia enje say bi wo di so to no ho say bin ya etimi bin bro so time about Mr. Dro no ebeboa ama sensu so ni nyina totwa e wo nipadua nim e de amount Abusia metwa so no me de doctor number to dwa wadama ene de mu frayen ye bebo ne a kire mu endro ni mu nkire mu nyina ye de bema ye de no doctor wakodire mu ye ene nto obebo ne apenenso ano e de ma osania wapomuden benya ne ho ntoma pa e de efra ene de mu 0244 417 669 0244 417 669 Abusia kan na hye no so se edro no obia timi no mo bi je se abofra woni enfie dumienu obate o ma oba no fo e na opemfo wadama mo na mo ntimi enu medro ni bi edro no eye dodo biribi eye kochi amase wadama sanko mu na mese wo pe malaria dro tatahwe na nim na chi ebe ni ho bie ma eye time herbal Mr. Dro enu tie se eye kokromoti a yensan ne ho emmopo de biarada eye prekese jamadwa wo fiti kotia na ne ho bo afie mu edro mu adro malaria ya de no esu ni kokokoko eno ane time herbal Mr. Dro me maami ana me nua ba wo te mesabre ugusubu wonsa na wontwa abranko ade wonya time herbal Mr. Dro ni esanse ani dani wo hoi eya wo bi wo no ma ye de na ye calendar wonya kem se pani wo se bosome aso na ya se na ehonom erhwe no na eho tutu no obu ane se bo mu breadru so no wontimi pie aso pitini agena to ampane akese ane de wo no enye se etu ya ona se mu mebrase ene na mesre me bisa o de bia wada obebu wonsa akwaje mpane akese agu ho akoboka na sika keto abia ye for Borough drug store herbal shop shop bia eben wo time about Mr. Dro e wo ho ma wonsa buo mu a emaye wo ne de eba na mienu na miensa bi na agyan obi so ane de no eba baako echina emma de echa na aba obu nso ane de no emma kora wono awonyem wono so ane nsebom no emma kora obu nso ane de no beba enso nketen sade won sebom ne babia na enye no edre wo se eba wutirim ye wo se wono no mu bie eye time herbal Mr. Edro mesrawo emma yemfa edro bia ma wo se ginenom enkofensu so bone emfa mbro sabre de this time pesi so se pan na amansan agye atum na ye se eye amansan boafo Dro tatahwe de eye time about Mr. Dro esanse enye Dro ni Dro Edro ni de wanom na ho asisi ho so sabre so banche no se enya eja na kire sanso na Dro na bejiwa na ye guna na ye wanum wo pe bi na wanonom no eno na obehu se ebejiwa na se enjo entna ho nkasa ma no Dro bia bi Edro no me de mabere ya de ne bekumi enkume enye Dro ni Edro na no ane time heba Mr. Dro adama eni de mu pe bi ne no nom wo de wo pani do so po atua o ashta wo bebo rada ni heba baseline pharmacy Kwalenak herbal misty herbal ena apidank ubenya bi e wo do bia ubenya bi e wo ho ukoke onso a Freddy Men's Herbal ubenya bi ewo ho Habmay Pharmacy yewo opposite KSTU anase K Pole ubenya bi ewo ho PFA Pharmacy yewo Tafuni Road ubenya bi ewo Sansuna K Engine Herbal yewo Imrom Abidjan House edro ni ye time Herbal mixture dro penetra kwan ne no bi afenso mesre metiefo nyina se sabre ya ewiem aye nwunu afei ana ntontom no mobedi ho agro ye ni nyina ne se obedi ho fie ne esa se say neatness is next to godliness wo benom time about mixture draw saudi to malaria say na what to foundation wo feature to ama ntontom se wo metenem wo meto ne fie so wo hode ene na draw no wonom kra wo nya wo faso foundation e bi ne enwura efufufo feature na chi ho ensuo togumu pe ntontom no beba betenem sebi gutters ni konkos na ya boa no bola ensen fata se ewo ye fie na ya boa no no ebe ya yenyi free ye fie eno so eboa ema ahonidie no eye ebomu ema ye eba ne sa wonom time about mixture dro na eboa kra ema dro no eye ni padua no adwuma ntem adwumaden brefo eja wo hotutuo wo poso sisi wo chepe wo je ho ba bia nje won sa no na nyina ye titiriti wo hia time about mixture dro ni bi de bia ne betie tie oda ba ku bi uti anye ye wo chinkase no na emu kobu enu ntimesra wo to adro papa na enu no mu bi fire wo dada dro no pa wi anwum ne be ya fa kan wo boni sensuo emu ni padua no ba wo suku mu no wade efie dumie no de konko ade wadama eni de mu mekoto mesra wo time about mixture dro ehia ema no se wo beno no mu bi eboa pa eboa mofra no ema mo so mapomden no etimi gina ne ho so TIMG a time about Mr. Dre Freaky Noga Company Limited as ye drugstore here boss of pharmacy so be a bewono penetra kwine no be eye tete adro kan said ye enka tete ne nananom wo mo sha adro gukuko mu na yase bia no pa bia ene ye ne portable dia ma o se ba bia obeko bia obetimi dia akode hia ene so pa bibi kakra edi na wo bobi egu ne padua nim emankwamo ne nya hoden ne padua ne nyine ye from wo aposo ne ye den wo ndompa mu ye den wo kasa mu ye den wo nsa no na ye titiriti ne nyina ejai efri honom ede ma eye du papa eye dro tatashe mesra openetra kwan ne no bi na afi ya de bia adane ziba ewo mu no entimi entunko enfama me de number no etudwa de twato wadama fra yen eye 0244 417 669 0244 417 669 abusu akai national so say amansan boafo adro to malaria se krakra de and one time herbal mixture adro apomode nkomotwetwe ena me de ebro mema mo enitie maka
okay edasipa edamase eno eye adro ya to me din time TIME I announce what to be anome betimi abwa ye pa ye to dwumade ni so ade amamo Bismarck osu bempa yala ena eto aso na minim say ne time eno nti with the permission no ma wo say amanfo say ba bia me kan story ni difi no meboa ti say ne be ya ochena bi obi mkaka so Richardo na atena ba bi na ocho story bi ni ade no me de me source ama fatilos on farmer Jason na amon fan to Facebook in Shawazo 4.5 na fi Bismarck osu be pa yala emfa jumedie ni dia kanu emfa ento aso enti mo amubusa say me source any dia no me de me source ama no according to the Guardian. I mean the Guardian, they say name say a trusted news outlet and so ho enti you also me boa betumi akọ the Guardian na wan kasa no akọ kind story no and so ewo ho enti ahonsam no eno no in Shawazo 4.5 Bismarck Osubempa yala. Good morning.
Good morning.
Na bibia boko dia.
Nyanko pardon bibia fine. But this issue of Chelsea
players
overcrowding, why is it in contest? That's why it's solid on record.
And obisi NC da.
Even at a point, Thiago Silva was complaining about it. In Geneva,
according to the Guardian. No, but
it's well on record. It's well on record. Even at some point, Thiago Silva.
That's the story.
Yeah, Thiago Silva.
Porter had made challenge of keeping larger dressing room happy at Chelsea. And that way.
I don't know.
Rich, the Guardian, we know what to do. You can be doing the banter. There is no part of the statement. Anytime I can't tell you, say, on one article, there is no part that said, obit form.
Oh, Yankas. Oh, Yankas. But Namun called dressing room.
There be any no clear. Obianga someone called
dressing room. I'm called.
Omo Dawson. Obianga so bit form.
So I feel they would do to say I'm Dawson. Adam Muto players among Kana.
Oh, okay. Then that settles it because there were key players in the dressing room. They were raising issues. Crowd no doors so I mean, new day in here. I was so they were rich. My year started from Thomas Partey.
Okay.
Because Anopawi Thomas Partey APM our Westminster Court, and according to reports at Ebano, Yenuano APM our Court 3. So Court 3 and Thomas Partey APM our say Michelle video when he was entering the court. Rich, I like his demeanor. I like the appearance, no. So focused and which means you're coaching ye. Now, according to reports, at least here they are Ghana any courts in inside. Rich, Omomuko court in inside reports say. Yenu no one kasa bibre. Ninsema okaye a very very simple. First, obonidin and oboni address. Maybe our and oboni date of birth. Nimfia. And those were the only statement that Thomas Partey ekojina docket in him no or kan e court nase. And the lawyer and Rebecca said 5 count of rape and 1 count of sexual assault no ninyina omundi ho fo. Enti wako plead not guilty.
Okay.
The moment you plead not guilty means now we can set the ball rolling.
Also born in
Onye. And now it's on record say, also the charge you on winning in this is your first court appearance. Meaning to me said the omode to me sono maye. And that was Partey Kroba or Koboye. Now Rich, just ask Gabby. Sum me up ni bail conditions, you know. You are 3 sports. Actually very very neat high in 9 pointers. The first one, and say a man be involved in the case. No, say rape case in here Mako 5. Bakuso repuni mi enu, bakuso repuni mi ensa. Ana bakuso no why an assault. Nti a matre. Baku for the assault, baku for rape mi ensa, baku for rape mi enu. Court say, some me ya was starting back court here yedi na se mi. Some man nyina no, a man in contact obia.
So ayala sabe to asia. A man me enu no mu claim say.
You report 5 times.
5 times, you know. At the same day, different.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And I've asked the same question.
Because
a in court there's a friend restraining order.
Sure.
And may obi and then in casa don't contact the person. No. Yes, say yeah they a man after so na dress no the come out police station no. A police for na catch answer court na catch and say in case of changing address answer update say na be the bia no you say and na o why betimi aba o honum after so no say o to kwaya free landing kronim akwa abochira on notify police say me to kwaya akọ say na be they can keep tabs on their control and ni bibia. The next time Thomas Partey court will be on the 2nd of September. This time around on Westminster Court honum or the Central Criminal Court na omakotwa na semono so nti that is the updater if you Thomas Partey asemono mu eba and Thomas Partey any team e friend Villarreal e was Spain edi nkomo akọ akira ebi mu kura report say why any medicals in Powia or be sign 2-year contract ewo ehonum na wakosi akan ewo Spain. So that is it with Thomas Partey any issue no. Now Rich Emra Obianim say Benjamin Sesko eda paso. Na impre a 2 clubs and omoko no Manchester and Newcastle. And there was a very good development on Sesko and name transfer market na Odano. Now the idea can buy and say Rich. Yes, in Newcastle at Womutu. A 2 Omato and say they've sent official bid to RB Leipzig. Say, look, Abanti we yepen. Yebemamo 90 million euros. 90 million no. Yebemamo 80 million. Near mamo 10 million add-ons. Na akwesi 90 million. Enti 80 plus 10. Afen so no. Abanti a friend Benjamin Sesko. Dear oppressor on Jibia as the salary. And the agents you didn't come up. What can't you know? We are ready to pay. And until Moon can't you and say, you pursue yes our business in them. So or get to many year, we will transfer the what's a transfer via not deal no abaso. So and Newcastle has formally bid for Abrantia friend Benjamin Sesko and Omoni agreement to be a one who be ano. They accepted say they will carry through. Now Rich, what I don't understand. Manchester counter proposal. According to reports, man you say, oh, yeah, you can say this can be basically. By your mamu ambulance the 40 years say, yes, so you have bid for Brantiano. Name no, see a the bid baba. Unless someone catch you and say, Abrantiano, I inform me say, Upper Manchester. Say, oh, to see here, then we will bring the bid. Now, Rich. Ansana obibetinye akasa samnache RB Leipzig no. Then the person must have a very good relationship. Enti me tell report them say okay. So it's Christian Vevio who is negotiating that deal no. Rich, how do you expect a player onyam making a choice? There are 2 clubs I want him. Baku ever Champions League. But on your big at the almost Champions League, no. Bako Eddie Sikasama Base, they also Basso Gian, Medebemau. Sika club ever so muchiano, Mechia. Then all that one is saying is that oh the opera Yeminu, Casamimi na Opemi, so Casamimi na Opemia, after me the bid beba. Now Rich, the Manchester United A which they say they want Sesko to commit to Manchester United. And the moment the guy will say between Newcastle and Manchester, maybe say we call Manchester. What it means is that then me and Newcastle are pulled out of the race. Now say Newcastle pull out of the race. Now they can war Manchester and go.
She can ready to
then
pay.
he can flex on us because now Abrantier is over. And Jafna America so. Then Newcastle for some mama 90. Maybe Abrantier so baba be me nyini say osafata 90. Echebia mama 55 and also 70. Then if Abrantier choose more, the salary in the personal terms are ebia and can Newcastle so we will meet it no. What becomes of the negotiation if you are the only option? I think say maybe the me Ghana. Me nyaso say Benjamin Sesko kra otichi. But Rich, if I was the one who have and I come here confronted with these 2 issues there, and I will know where I want to go. And Newcastle, they want to be aggressive and they want to show Manchester United say, look, player no, yeah, ready to see a panel at and when you are rich, there's a quid. I hear na Benjamin Sesko, Aquaco Chusu Tima, your friend of Newcastle, but that is it. And Tia Evan said he has not decided yet. And Tia train. Now, Rich, you see. Many one yardre or stance on Marc-Andre ter Stegen issue no. And I'll tell you simply why many one yardre.
Okay.
Of course, young name the background to the story. Marc-Andre ter Stegen and a call the X account. This is the X account. On July 24th, and we'll post very nice message. Also, I share Barcelona gets in a check. And they be obeshebiano or the buo and a eshe will go through difficult times, will go through nice times. But no clearly say no one no insist in who see ye and that on him paying for the incomono. Well, who said I was a quiet surgery on the cheek. Now, Rich, that is where the details are. I say, after my last operation on my back, I returned to the pitch after 66 days, almost 2 months. This time, the doctors believe about 3 months will be necessary as precaution to avoid any risk. Now, Rich, this is content analysis. So, I say, Rich, now saying me bedroom, me hold to me. My name is Dr. Abia Dr. Lita Kodin Kombo. Or did he say I was a me leave 1 month? Until me call leave 1 month. The moment I make it to say, my doctor is or did he say that is tentative and yet specific. If I say I believe 3 months will do now, and what is happening between Ter Stegen and Barcelona? No, Rich, it is not really dependent on SAR statement because this statement and tell Barcelona and to me fast statement when I say you BB to hold against Barcelona. But in the process of say, Rich, who play a beer or medical issue. Now, obviously, who use it or no, any ding our registration, so any salary AJ say, yeah, just so na ma kwai na e push on no free salary so na etimi register before for so no. What you have to do and say there is a medical commission our La Liga for no. If you want to go through that process, then you have to give them evidence. Say I am passe sawa brand here way ne ho dodo no okwa your operation and emre say and only ho. Now Rich, I'm running say unless player no me medical review ni operation ni national okwa kwhye no abro 4 months and some am ho kwan am oni obi aba ba shim. So that is where the issue is. Now Rich, Barcelona for say they've prepared the medical form and they've indicate on the form say Ter Stegen operation okwa no 4 months echo. Send the mayor omuko submitted to the medical commissioner. Or when the evidence among so okay, so na to Ter Stegen there, then you can get him off your registered players. Not in 80% of the salary, up everywhere. I'm watching your register obi and the national. Ter Stegen say there be unsigned documents. Why? Nadine Yana say, sad document, any the information say about 4 months. On only doctors needing come on.
Misleading.
And yet that's the impression he got. Okay. Now, Rich, baby, I'm about to do a and say, Mundo Air report say, Ter Stegen, you didn't go display committee. That is all that he's saying. Until off ya, na ebia ye movie, ya bibi, na fe the atra, guess normal, say, yes, okay, after the ya fair with display committee and him. Now, Rich, this is why I say, sir, I disagree with you. Sure, Oyase, Obian, who and Adia Kwa. Medical Baby check you. What was happening to Ter Stegen say were different majority of the salary. I think the man so say was Barcelona Tiamano. Rich Tienio. Me walk out with him, what be shame. Only me akasa say me extend me contract. Me mom sika o say me gino. Club no one with him untino. Me ntwe sika dudu na nkwa akire. Mayama. Afei eduru time also utia meka no. Wakwa ko fa goalkeeper bi aba. Ena mo ye mi pridu. Yes abo no onya no onka wa onye ne senchirawo. Enti impempe e ka say, Rich, Ter Stegen team no. Barcelona nya wo me piana to efom. Ama o mako omanim. Se sa na tie dia. Abante no also want to be very very wise, say Rich. If impempe say me sign sa document no. Na mo de call La Liga ho. Na mo yi me free registered players ni mu a. Rich, what will be the guarantee? Say after 4 months, Barcelona will write to La Liga and say, now the player is fit. And the players, maybe I never do or never so they do 1-to-1 there. But so will Barcelona write and reverse that situation now? Gabi and Rich. Say, Okwa we him na me ya papa. Na o ma papa ne bomb anua. O sa kwa we him bi mu a. O ba me wose me nya papa bi mu a. Me nya. That is what is happening. Minim say the Barcelona will have their way because a whole club institution and just one player, they will have their way. But no can say what Barca as a club every year Mark and the Testagan rich for me and you're good and that you're treating you part say you say you're treating you no. Emra may they update by on Lookman say team FN Inter so much 42 plus 3 million add-ons. Atlanta for say omobeji 50 and until Lookman and who say Charlie say man keka me ho a na Inter for movie on. It will be one club I want to play. I mean more because Atlanta any man didn't ye. Now Rich Enra just ask your phone show now. This money out there tactical board you see. Your friend Luca and I hear the CEO of Team FN Atlanta. Rich Enra okachen some job for say okay. Some open no kura wa asem no ma mami cheche mu nkyere mo. Yo ena Paris Saint-Germain every 20 million euros bid. Some be some to Ademola Lookman. And they catch Ademola say, "Sa time na de ye jama wo kwa enyi ba unim kama kuma to yem." Ye no anya ekwa benkrom say in 2025 se club papa a onim board the elite club of Europe eba ye beto wa ma wo mo se ye to wa ma omo a yes sikana enei Lookman everybody so it was a reasonable sika obeje no ye to mo ye beji sa na amwako na mom tie according to Luka no o si na mom omo ka tie Lookman say ebra obebo ama Atlanta Bergamo no omo Emma Italian club.
That was the agreement.
Yes. And the agreement that they were making was hinged on a foreign club. And they will not want to see Ademola Lookman where another Italian club jersey. Oh, Italy, no about Tiaomo. Ademola will see you. Now, club now, and we also want to transfer your Casabano. It's Inter Milan. Inter, Italian club. And we see, Osre. No clear was a no. And yes, I'm your tinti. But Ademola Lookman story on the Abraham. We just our parts in Womua.
On camera, correct.
And Yanko Kancha Ademola say the decision is for Atlanta to take. Say an agreement in or refer to there. Then that clause in that agreement, he is not telling the truth. And they will decide whether they will allow you to go, and I said they will not allow you to go. For price, our movement decided on Bepo. Rich. And that's why you say Atlanta for training. Ademola in Siasia. Or see training no on Siasia. And that or that's what Gina baby or Gina. Say Atlanta for man in court.
And all sign contract no under duress.
I don't. You see, we'll crowd here, Rich. And yet in the contract as written, no.
By a verbal.
Yes, a gentleman agreement after or by say, oh, what is a PSD? Bid about on man and column so they be trying. They do 2025 for the year beton. So that gentleman agreement, you know, and then they or no, and then the CEO or be able to cry or more aka or more asem. Rich, your face you
uncle
na minimum say more about 2 minutes beer. My main can't wait. So I will not come back to it. I'm not make a make. And I will be done in the next 2 minutes. Rich, Manchester United. Me who say I said there seems to be some fresh air be a buffer club now. And I'm not picking it from you.
Okay.
Maybe Manchester United number 7 who say and no my no saying a reflect here. There is some of Manchester Evening News. You go there and you make you feel what is going on at Manchester. Now Rich, come on Eric Ten Hag. I think say Okusia or Germany. Because the first time I heard say club was Germany. Where Oko German national team they just don't choose captain, they choose council of elders. And here one penny for control dressing room no being given that power by the coach and the technical team. And see everything hard by Bruno Mekai around Nipa say 8 or 9. na Bruno ka ho na Harry Maguire ka ho na Rafael Varane ka ho na Casemiro ka ho na Luke Shaw ka ho na Tom Hilton ka ho and other players. But the moment obetri group no oye Bruno captain and a group say egu Rafael Varane ja hoko eweja nti elders now kakabom ejijaya Norwich the entire I think Amorim is trying to change a lot of things and say or say last season on your problems be bring what dressing room wa na onhu kwa of amfaso but now after na waba he needed to just oyin anima no maybe but this time around also changing the culture around Manchester United every time when team chechemu ye but Rich unim me say team bia before team be gia na so Rich you need to change the culture around the club and also my team be more disciplined here and to unim they say Amorim na here one also at the council of elders 6 players Bruno Fernandes, Leandro Martinez, Harry Maguire, Diego Dalot, Tom Hilton, and Mazraoui. Rich, and Odim and Numa Miensa as Emra Abba. Or say one. Players no say ye Pierre Bontia. That's a fancy basso mu autographer. Mu make sure say mu sign as many as mu betimi assign ko MPN as support the pen where you any e dia mom Rich the atosu mienu which is the last but one. I am timekeeping. Only Sancho nya problem because oba training late, oba dressing room late. Only Rashford nya problem, only Ganato nya problem. Just because they attend to event a team event late. Or say this time around Rich also so sad and so and the chatwo. And look on am Rich Amorim catch Manchester players and say over training. Na uye training na. Or did he say the over training one and never boom. And one had to go park in so. And Okoka Sancho they say he doesn't train well. And you know mention Sancho say Argentina or Babaka San and Tiafio say. Some uye training na. No one in here. Players name one no afraid. No one can say massa who training in Koye. No way you video. Eddie Acho say, you to become so one auntie. Yeah, we want only wedding come. That is how he wants to handle the issues. None your man can get your dressing room on. Well, leaving Eddie Ama players in the council of elders because or you say and you be beyond or no coach, you know, I will say of them now or the country rich. Those are the rules. Oriya Feno. Amorim Eddie Abase a free nekoi mo ebedisume and there are few Champions League games. Then Europa League, Conference League, and some other games. Been to Rich. Miami, ya tier for near for Betway Coast. Now, I don't know if Fifi is aware. Who said Betway Coast? No, coast not changing. Why would notice here? How's I 10. Only the reason why. Rich say now, say who share Betway code from Ghana. Those in South Africa can also use it. Nti probably
South Africa for the pa
and kaka mu unlock it ebi ebedu maybe no o share obi Europe on so for the direct
that's fine
but sisi e dey o share o betwe code obi o South Africa or ponchishe mu peno ebeba that is the reason why it here ama enoma na change sanity first one BW90 F3 C0A BW90 F3 C0A. Second one no BW90 F7513. And the last one no and so BW90 F9 C9D. So these are the 3 Betway codes, you know. Obetimi Alpha, ultra screenshot it to because here what? See how other win to me fun at once, you know. To ultra the screenshot now what me Alpha. And so you can go reverse our live stream on him, then you can copy it to now what me HB our rich.
MRF na 2025-2026 GPL fixtures no edna ebeka wasam at the chamber because of nababa insensitivity no yentimi antwem na sautie reaction after some fixtures in the buy na if you say so top 4 teams na odo bia games no so we comprise ma asa kotoko de anything so they compare nations baby any gold stars and the house of folk the fair 5 no as in pando out of lambs so odo bia fair 5 now it looks like asa kotoko de anything now osha kotoko first 5 matches on Bobona amo first match amo ko away abo brekum Chelsea normal bobo home to defending champions baby any gold stars. They are no more call away to Basake Holy Stars. No more Sabat Tenefi at Pando out of Lions. Another top 4 team. Then Omubo Lions game the na no more air ball away to Accra House of Folk. House the so in the first match. Obo home at the Etia Hoho United. On our friend Abu League nim. Omu ya no more call away to Dreams. Na amababo aye level wonders home became away in the normal bokotoko aye home Accra Sports Stadium. Then oya baby and Gold Stars and so became Kotoko Chelsea All Blacks Basake Holy Stars. And so all the checking nations near there. It looks as a Kotoko games, you know. Chelsea Lions has to work, you know. Aye matcha and no pa and if you cross a Basake game, no, any game I am that Basake team. From the last season, Kakrano, they think it's a very good.
Kotoko dropping point on one of the games against Basake.
Yeah, Basake, yeah.
So it's not going to be.
As a Kotoko first 5 matches now, and Ebema League in the
but see, I want the BBN Gold Stars first set of games now. First of all, Rich.
Fair 5.
First of all, Rich, Mamin commended the fact that we have shown that we want to try to be professional as a league.
Okay.
For some time now, you try say your fixtures not come a month or so before the games now. A boy in terms of openness, any transparency with your games team, any preparation. Say teams in your team are prepared. I think Sadia Bakwesi Sansi Shemukina the registration of players now also very important. BBN Gold Stars because some of the defending champions of the next season.
Yeah.
Now, Osho Omu games now, Minyanka, Jason and to Facebook at their mind. Of course, how to Boma as well. How many of our games no in September no move fee? Okay, because you say BBN Gold Stars, the strength power the winning league in the home form. It is our best start here. Home games na no bo fee. Then we can discuss how many of you because Obo Bechem United fee. Bechem United BBN Gold Stars at home and negotiable for them. Especially because they've kept majority of their team. But for BBN, I see a number of games on before some games because Africa will win even after the league starts any other day. Then Brekum Chelsea. The 2 games are both easy matches for BBN. Then the only away game is against Kotoko, which makes it very, very difficult in the month of September for them. It is always me defending on title now. That's one thing that people have not realized. When you look at team, let's say Sama Texas, the first month in last season. On the first 5 games, no, they didn't pick maximum point. In fact, they picked less than they did the previous season. It is a BBN team amount a strong defense of the title now. And so I'm starting from the month of September. And games
in the didn't come and say, so who matches the win?
Yeah.
Now, we are only draw back community and Sabia. Possibly you can win the league.
As say, like, situation now, BBN Gold Stars home. And then the Kotoko woman is set. A set. Oh, the radio. Kotoko, but the first game away, it will breakum.
Yeah.
It has always been difficult. So Kotoko will breakum against Brekum Chelsea. Now, Rich, Kotoko will breakum Chelsea. Yeah. Then they are coming home against BBN Gold Stars. Ubekaya, Metmaka said the last teamer Kotoko Ninya problem last season was BBN Gold Stars. Okay, how much? Kotoko say they went there, they scored a clean goal. Refuge, mewa. And that is a second fixture of our league. And we shouldn't forget, in August, September, both Kotokoni Baby and Gold Stars will be engaging in Africa, like focus, no? Ebibewo Africa. So they will be getting games between Omumienu as Africa class our Africa. So game no rich. It is the first super class for both Kotokoni Baby and Gold Stars. First super class, no. Now, the determining for you against Kotoko first 5 in the rich, it is too difficult. And they are tricky. So, Okobri Kumba, every boss had a first super class against Baby and Nina. Rich, Owie Yano Okobaseke.
Awi, Yamu, how we?
Yes. And Obian himself going to Baseke is difficult. Now, Owia, Rich, look at the 2 games of Bababo.
Lions has a folk.
Now, do you know what it means? HSA, Rich, said, you last season, top 4 now. Kotoko top 4. Tio, Kotoko Gaka top 4. Kotoko Gaka top 4 we are. And we shouldn't forget, the Gaka top 4 Kotoko. Baby any Gold Stars, Heart of Lions and Hearts. Kotoko Gaka top 4 we are. Rich, the first 5 fixtures I will league in so it's against the same top 4 guys. Hearts home. Kando Heart of Lions home. Then Baby any Gold Stars. Inti Kotoko will be playing against familiar people in recent matches. Abraham Manisa Chile Africa. Now, say Kotoko ni Baby any a difficult start sana. Then I think say it heads up to Accra House of Folk. Somebody has to folk features in it so Rich, you will realize one thing in almost first 5 games.
Has a Boho United Obo away. I saw Obo home. No about Dreams away.
Accra.
No about 11 Wonders home.
Accra.
No about Bechem United away. As I know about Photocopy home.
And he has in almost first 5 games.
The
only game has every free Accra and Potemo. Bechem game now. You realize that. And he has that no. Has to do more our Accra. But Rich, it could have been an advantage for us. But only to last season form one. Last season, Rich, Haas was one of the worst home team. And one of the worst Accra based teams. So Mubo will league matches for Accra. Omo finish top 4 no. O show Omo finish top 4 nina. The one yadi on home pa. Accra has to folk. The one yadi wa Accra potemo. Enti anka on the face of it, it should be advantage has. Because the whole start league. Now out of the first 5 no Obo 4 ewo baby awa in the region awa. And can also advantage but Rich has it no feel Obo na.
Even the way our teams are starting games in, for example, last year, see, who's a BBN echo on the first best 6 games unbeaten.
Yes,
last season.
First 6.
Yes, he met Nations first game about draw. And what's in a few ball Adriana Shen 2-0. And a class of Fuxen 1-0. And a ball Dreams 0-0. And it's that game Dreams said the red card. And a ball Younger Apostles also 0-0. All in 2024. Kotokolusu the first 2. First one against Bechem, second one against Nations. Then they went to Adriana, went to Hearts of Folk, and then Dreams before they got Twins. Then Accra Hearts of Folk in the first 3 matches, no, now results now are easy. But the ones who now lost is a woman in an Obofi. I think the data is there for the teams, especially for
the first goal ball Baseke.
Baseke, yeah. He lost.
No, almost share Accra Sports.
No, Lusu 1-0. Rich, league in India. A whole. But I think say
Rich. And I send you best starting in here and how you manage it also throughout the season. Especially for clubs near Africa. No? We have proper management of game time players.
Beyond fixtures, no. to determine how good the season by a recruitment.
Yeah.
Rich. Kotoko have done super recruitment. Saturday they be akoka house for say odo mo ba hwa Kotoko sa kuma se presenters. Mo hwa Kotoko sa asa de o maduru. Eso e bo league na wie no mo nko ba bia. Man low key they omudi Kotoko cho mo club na mpo asa chale. What these guys do in the transfer market. Nancy Kotoko play be almost na account. And they say he's a very, very top player. And a Kotoko sad number. Now, I said Kotoko, transfers to play Africa. And they will use the same squad to play the league.
How did they be on me?
Marriage has transfers. Baby, any transfers. Carlos be a heart of lions transfers. I'm not putting pressure on Kotoko. Marriage, this league, me is a Kotoko excuse not to win it.
Because of players normal.
Because of recruitment. Because only
last year, we had the same thing.
And
but when to be
you see, last year, I said, Mama catches and the caveat was that the core of the Kotoko team last season were playing their first season. But you can over to my Kotoko first 11, even including players now, Omatomo fresh now, Rich, Odi Ombeshi team no. And you will still get the call of the Kotoko team. I know a big war last season. They just need a continuation. I am not putting pressure on Kotoko. But Rich, so who you feel as if you want to over recruitment argument they are. Dear Kotoko, Rich, they have no excuse than to win the league.
Africa and the league, you know. And how? Oh. They have divided attention.
Of course.
Oh, in Africa.
Of
the
course.
league.
Mekai Yana Media Magic League, you know. They could have easily defended it. But Africa,
because sometimes we are traveling.
And no now media and return no league because Sayano Rich no more the best team in the league. But Africa, me ko Africa me ba and you na e ha wo Dreams FC Ubakai. Even when they were doing very well in the Confederations Cup, Rich, they were struggling in the league.
Sure.
And the afterwards quite they come because they had to sell a lot of players now and come for relegation. Bar last minute bina omokeka omohunti and no crack Africa so one managing here. A bit me how domestic, but isn't this the reason why Kotoko seems to have bought depth in their squad?
Adachi, Eriabo, no not back.
we bidro de garlic and I and so no ma onti garlic no kura awonum enti mu amotan na Richard doing the Kenya ben mu na garlic no the garlic na so no ma onti sent ne ba kokra enti mu di problem kotobi na esaya de pa stroke asthma why kese bebre na so pese o pese so ete sanso ana odunso a oti ya obi so odunso ten oba ko afichira no ayase ya o ya 3p garlic me se besa bisu mi system no etimi edi ama baby ato bibidro bia akwa osema me 3p garlic me sha na me nom 0248 928824 no ado de I'm stock mining and engineering training school awo obuase na yem programs no ye kire se de si echi dam truck forklift excavator bako bulldozer and ayerula ni na no ye kire na onim se school ni tenase no am so person mo bo amani padodo na because ma hu se nipa dodo na person mo grem our mining but omo nse de nim hu nim de enu nti no omo eboa no matro ma chim enu nti no so ofri abonten and na oba ba bia wodu ti beto no hostel facility no e free ye de chewa wuntu ahwe afi equipment a ode be training no enu so e free and afi forklift air training no enu so omo de chewa kwa na se omaya de papa ntino obi an kosua bi kono kosua bi na ebetimi abwa wi pa 200 cities for registration 3 months na onso wetimi awie eye school no na bibia ay kama adiama obo asisongo she say ye behind Hisense building no na chi na she say there I'm so commanding ye wo me part of friend our 0539 732-766. Ala.
Rich. Just say they are sempa. They say.
Oh, I bet you, man.
They say we share a code no Ghana. We do South Africa. We betimi afa. Na ono so e dey try to bet. Omo yes ana. Eboa ama code no ko achiri. Na osika obenya free code nim no. Na esro ana e konti we asem na tie. Say o shisha o bet e o bet we code no ya share. Now betting community or now for old school for or betting groups or sports groups at home where they fatu to men go for social media handles fatu to one go for and intra betting be more no modi tra betting more na also so unyesika ede ashe obotuminti www.betway.com.gh betway.com.gh and also download your app ni bia na also so abeka betway abusia no undi 8 years me so so anka to we onka ho we call betway so na o beti anu abeti responsibly at the amomu gaming commission aja to mu betway almost get way more
Richardo na NSA for say they no akotokofo ka say stadium no omo na disika sha sia omo ye na mo so do omo do so na efe ti omo de mo wadi nwem na kotokofo so disika wure na bia fine Richardo oseminka owo Asanteman SHS SNA na asew ebfd mami e fene Teresa Damti AK mami ya o pankono bedi akon near Ose Kwame's church enti ene momi nakopon hia no koso no nya okese dodo nsabe so bia ewade emanenye kama emfa ema happy birthday to you Teresa Damti.
Okay yenua ampofo marketer ampofo say yen wehye eye Patrina Opoku Ajiman owo otu Asekan Bank PLC yen wehye no happy birthday madam baby a obia no happy birthday to you nyamin shaupa Patrina Opoku Ajiman owo eye otu Asekan Bank ene eye awoda mu nsabia nyankopon emfa ennom no ma kwatenten happy birthday to you nyamin shaupa ana ba class me
chiramba say the details of party prosecution afina ebawo nso wo say na obusa say so wo bi see a repini mienu eno no
da na edawe na foforo sa be kan
mama nka ba ko bi nchiro obaba ko say oni party ehia wonem o kwan a yehia wonem no enti ase me kwara ase twi wo mo ka twi news no betimi aka ho cause me what words to use the offer no natural say the wonim say obema no obada no then in the process we just see o dey be opese offer no wonachi so enti ɛhɔ ne deɛ ɔse
ɔmpɛ normal one
ɛno ne obi sɛ obi na charge
nti ɔpɛ different one
ɔno so sɛ ɔmpere nti the rape is not with the natural intercourse no but say in the process no mame on
enye eyi no
now I say the mean prepare so pray ho da na wo ye there then the person will say on wanti probably that is where the understanding
something must kill a man
if you chira ko ne de ye chechemu ni ehu papa
we dey
ehu ti o chira de baba
number say this can ni 0554037024 592 0542 965 0504 0247 841 omina 2000 cities each yedemasia adum kase etwaso
fata na so man kasa fo mu ama